No hurting my finger this week.
Yeah, because you're finally rubbing
pee
on your
I painted my nails.
I'm proud of you.
And I haven't bitten them at all since I've done this like 4 or 5 days ago.
See?
That literally do not have the compulsion to bite them when they're painted.
Look
it's
at that.
super
Just
weird.
paint your nails from now on.
I would love to.
Thought about like a case of nail polish for your Christmas order?
I have plenty.
All right.
But like for real, I was able to open that can no problem because they're growing back a little bit, and I don't know what is wrong with me mentally. I mean, I know there's a lot of things wrong with me mentally, but I don't know what it is mentally. But when they're painted, I'm not compelled to bite them at all.
It's good.
I didn't bite my nails.
No cravings
on Tuesday. Like I have not chewed my nails this week, which is a remarkable thing considering this week. But welcome to We Need Wrestling, everybody. The soon-renamed network's second most popular professional. Well, maybe not. I forgot there's 3.
It's a hodgepodge, a mishmash.
That's true.
A cornucopia.
We're the second longest running wrestling podcast on the network.
I don't even think that's true.
We are. We have more episodes than Final Wrestling Place.
Oh, they had a break.
Cowards.
No, they're not cowards.
I know. They're like 10 episodes behind us or something.
They're good boys.
They are.
They're my good time boys.
They are. But yes.
My sweet cheese.
My
soldiers.
Yeah. So, welcome to Wrestling. I'm DJ. That's Brett. Brett, how are you, pal?
You want the real answer?
I mean,
all things considered.
Yeah.
I'm doing all right.
Yeah. I mean,
say that much.
You know, I don't think it's a shock to anybody, but we've had some conversations and some hugs and, I had some tears, but emotions running hot and wild in the world right now.
Yes.
But I think we're settling into what the future holds and what our lives are going to look like going forward. And, got to protect your own. That's how that works.
Yeah, it's pretty much where I'm at.
Got to look out for the people who need it.
Yep.
And that's that.
That's that, yeah.
That's that. There's a lot of people that listen to this podcast that are in marginalized communities. There's lots of people that we know that are in marginalized communities. And, that's people just got to step up for people.
Yeah.
Which is how everything works itself out.
It's supposed to work. That's how it's supposed to work.
Supposed to be us versus them, not us versus us.
Yeah, man. So yeah, all things considered, I'm doing okay.
Good.
How are you?
Same. I'm good.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I think you and I are both kind of like the same.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I obviously we've had time, and it's tough having in my account having a wife that's involved in politics.
Sure, yes.
And watching, again, I'll handle just about anything.
Yeah.
I'm a 40-year-old white guy.
The system was built for you, brother.
Sadly. But like to watch the people in my life hurt, that's the harder thing.
Yeah, it's weird.
But
weird times.
That being said,
yes.
We got you if you need us. So,
yes.
And if you think I'm talking about you, I am. And if you think I'm not talking about you, go fuck yourself.
Unless you need something. Then
no.
Then unfuck yourself.
Yes.
And fuck us instead.
Correct.
I don't think that's how that's supposed to go.
Not how that's supposed to go. But that's fine. Everybody gets the idea. We're here to talk wrestling. Let's distract the people. Let's get people's minds off of it with our sweet dulcet tones.
Sure, why
not?
not?
Our pro wrestling news. Did you get a new phone yet?
No. Dude, I've been meaning to go, and I just haven't. Maybe I'll go do that Saturday.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to do it Saturday.
I might convince Michelle to go. Let's see what happens.
I'm not going to do it Saturday, because tomorrow I'm going to go see my boys.
Oh, yeah?
The kiddos, yeah. Haven't seen my nephews in a while.
Special occasion, or is it just a hang?
Yeah, just to see them.
Cool.
I haven't seen them in a while, so
Yeah.
I'd like to hang out with them.
Nice.
We'll probably watch SmackDown.
I was saying you can watch SmackDown with them.
Probably. I was getting text messages about SmackDown last week and the Crown Jewel show over the weekend.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm not going to tell them I don't watch these shows, but
Our Target in Wilkes-Barre was jammed yesterday with wrestling.
Was it really?
Michelle went after dinner.
I love that she looks. That makes me happy.
And she sent me pictures. So let me go into the thinger here.
Was Farouk still in there?
Yeah. So
did I tell you about my D'Lo Brown?
No, did you get a D'Lo Brown?
There you go. Yeah, I bought my D'Lo Brown.
Oh, yeah?
I have them all. I have Kama, Farouk, D'Lo, and Nation Rock all set up on my desk with their fists in the air. Looks cool.
There's not a Mark Henry?
There is, but it's super expensive.
So hopefully they reissue.
I'm hoping to reissue eventually.
Where'd you get the D'Lo from?
eBay.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Finally found somebody that I was just like, okay. This
reasonable?
Price was right.
So here's like the first picture that Michelle took.
Oh, that's shit. That's a lot of wrestling
We're looking at it. There's an Ethan Page AEW, the Hangers, the Brits, a couple of Bucks. There is the Rhea Dirty Dom main event 2-pack. Okay. Hogan's. There's a Survivor Series War Games Kevin Owens with the Adam Pearce Build-A-Figure.
With the Dusty Rhodes shirt.
Yep.
That's a weird figure.
There's Farouk's. There's the Sammy and the Honorary Oos.
Yeah.
There's the main event Stone Cold with the white knee braces.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There's another Farouk. She was sending me all kinds of pictures. There's another Farouk. There's a Cody. There's a Greatest Hits Roman.
Did you get your Farouk?
No, I didn't buy a Farouk. I don't have anything. I don't have a collection of the Nation at all. So there's the Mankind Kane main event 2-pack.
Gotta get the Nation, brother.
What else is there? Nick Jackson. There's Samoa Joe. Nick and Matt Jackson.
If I wasn't watching like 97 WWF now, I don't know if I would have went back and rebuilt my Nation, but I love them.
And then the main event Yellow Ray.
That's a cool one.
Yeah,
it's cool.
So pretty packed. So yeah. So if you wanted to swing by for the nephews, you can go buy them a whole bunch of stuff.
I feel like we're doing weekly purchases already because I'm spoiling stuff. I did buy my nephew Dom the Dirty Dom Ultimate.
Nice.
So he's gonna be excited about that. I figure I'll save that for Christmas, and he'll have a good time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Unless he doesn't like wrestling by then, which then I'll say, "What's wrong with you, boy?"
Did you know that it's snowing in New Mexico right now?
Sure.
Apparently.
I mean, if you tell me it, I believe it at this point in this world.
Yeah, it really is. The governor declared an emergency over a winter snowstorm. There's a blizzard in New Mexico right now.
Is it Roswell?
I don't know. The only reason why I noticed is because I was looking at those things, and then I went to my Facebook, and Gina Davis had to cancel an appearance at Monster Mania Con because she lives in New Mexico and can't fly out of the state.
That's crazy.
Because of the snowstorm.
Remember the Roswell level in Tony Hawk Pro Skater?
I do.
Was it like the last level or a secret level?
I think it's secret.
Damn.
Yeah.
I want to go.
Tens of thousands of people without power, heavy snow, fierce winds, freezing temperatures, and into Colorado. Hope you're okay out there, Kincannon. Not to put your business out online, I guess.
Not to give your social security and blood type. That's
crazy. 50,000 people without power at one point.
That's wild.
That's absolutely insane. Schools closed. Vehicles crashing on interstates. 14 inches of snow. Oh, that's Denver.
Oh. Hold on. Well, it is November.
That is true. It's a November to remember. Tony Khan said.
We got into November.
Did you see that thing?
Sure did.
I love that. What a troll that is. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's the kind of trolling I like, Tony Khan. It's the only kind of trolling I like. Trolling the E.
You like comp trolling?
I like Super Nintendo Chalmers.
There you go.
All right. Pro wrestling news. You got some pro wrestling news to get us going here?
Sure
now that the banter is over.
Yeah.
What you got?
Well, 2 years ago, we were at Monday Night Raw at the arena.
Are we?
Yeah. That was 2 years ago today.
Monday Night Raw.
Because I just saw a picture of my Wilkes-Barre 316 shirt.
Oh. That's cool. Right. Those are good seats. Oh, yeah. There's Gerard Darling's photo.
Yeah. All right. So I have like two pieces in wrestling news, I guess. I think it was last Friday before SmackDown, WWE announced some releases.
They did.
Indy Hartwell.
Yeah.
Tegan Knox and Baron Corbin.
Yes.
All gone from WWE. You know, I don't know where... I feel like Tegan Knox might be the only one who has a chance to show up in AEW.
Yeah, I mean, I think you cannot bet on those knees, but she's a talented wrestler. Again, holds all the weight in the world for me because her and Dakota's program was so good. So good.
Yeah, I mean, I could see like Indy Hartwell with TNA. I can see Baron Corbin in TNA if he even still wants to wrestle.
You don't think Corbin's going to come to AEW and join the Hurt Syndicate?
No. Don't.
Be the Wolfie D of the Hurt Syndicate.
Oh, I mean, now I want it. All right. Yeah, I mean, all three. Like, listen, Indy Hartwell had like a fun NXT run.
Yeah, sure.
Back with Dexter Loomis, and that was it. Tegan Nox had a fun feud with Dakota Kai, but again, those knees just could not hold up.
Yep.
Never really got a chance on the main roster. Baron Corbin, listen, he had like a long run on the main roster. Didn't do anything necessarily. You know, Vince loved him when he was Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss. Oh, those are the glory days.
Yeah. If Corbin was smart with his money, though, he should be all right.
Oh, he'll be fine.
Because he was there for a while.
Yeah, because even in NXT,
I never liked him.
For a while. I liked him in NXT.
Yeah,
he was fun in NXT. Remember him beating up was it Bull James? Was that the guy's name?
I mean, I remember Bull James being a person.
That was the name in NXT, right?
I don't know. I know what you're talking about, though.
Bull Dempsey?
Bull Dempsey, maybe.
Maybe that was the name. I remember him like squashing him real fast.
Yeah.
I liked his NXT run. It was fun. The only other thing I have is some international news from All Japan Pro Wrestling. There's a new Triple Crown champion, and his name is Davey Boy Smith Jr.
Oh, I thought you were going to say senior. I was like, oh, he's returned.
Wouldn't that be some shit?
It would be.
I didn't watch the match.
Nope.
I always saw pictures.
Yep.
I mean, cool, right? I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, why not? You know, it's I saw in the one picture he paid like a little tribute to Jumbo Shiruda after he won or whatever. And
oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean that's whatever. Lots of people talking about All Japan because of it and like saying like it's low key getting really good. But it's difficult to watch over here and
especially when sources dry up.
Yep. On that same sort of tip, because I didn't watch this either, but we'll talk about it here because I have an interesting point to make. DDT, Chris Brooks wins their title from Aoki.
Was the KOD open weight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which makes arguably, I'm going to say the three. I'm going to put DDT over Noah in this conversation.
Yeah.
The top three men's promotions in Japan all have Gaijin as champions.
Who's the other one?
New Japan.
Who's the other one?
All Japan and DDT.
Oh, okay. I was like, who was I thinking? I was thinking Noah, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Ugh.
They're all Gaijin, as Gary Hart would say.
Oh, Gary Hart, God bless him.
But that's kind of crazy. Because we talked about it a few months ago.
We did.
Back when Sonata was champ, that all the champions and all the main companies were from different promotions initially.
Yep.
And then because it was like Nakajima, Sonata, and whatever, and
Gaijin,
and now it's all Gaijin.
All right,
which is, I mean, sure, why not?
Yeah.
I have no problem with Davey Boy winning that All Japan title. I like Davey Boy Jr. just fine.
Sure,
I like the Killer Elite with him and Archer much better.
Yep,
but that's fine. Of course, I love Chris Brooks day one.
Forever and always.
And then
I love Zack Sabre Jr.
You're born I like Zack Sabre Jr. Because then Noah, who's there? Is it still what's his name? Kiyomiya?
Yep.
But Noah has a little interesting piece of news that I saw today. Aside from the ECW thing, is that Inamura is there, so they've begun to gut Noah. It's like a partnership, but it's an excursion, right? Like he's going to be there full time.
I guess because his original excursion was to Progress,
right?
Now he's in NXT at the PC.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've never been like an Inamura guy.
I liked him.
He's okay.
I liked him in the beginning. I saw a lot of potential, and I think when he got worse when he came back from his excursion.
He did. Yeah, I thought
he's not as good as he was.
That goofy haircut.
I just like the goofy entrance gear, all that. Like I just don't like him and Kitamiya together were like cool shit kickers. And and then he left, and I'm like, all right.
The match he had with Kitamiya was good, and then it was just like, oh, well, we lost. All right, that's
we're good. NXT with you.
Wow.
So there you go.
Cool.
Interesting.
Maybe he'll be next on the WWE ID.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he doesn't need to be. He's in NXT.
Joining Cappuccino Jones.
Cappuccino Jones. I saw somebody say it sounds like a guy Taz made up.
It should be.
So I'm fine with that.
I agree.
Also, but the gutting of Marigold beginning with Zeta Steel being the inaugural
you want to talk about addition by subtraction.
Yeah, I mean, she stinks out loud.
I don't have anything else.
Okay, Pro Wrestling News on to Google here.
That was like Blue's Clues. When you
was it?
Yeah.
Wow, lots of NXT stuff. Wardlow announced for Pandemonium Pro Wrestling. Pandemonium, not Pandemonium. Pandemania.
Is he wrestling Andorino Pandarina?
Yes.
Fuck.
Pandemonium Pro Wrestling. Sorry. The House Always Wins event in April 17th in Las Vegas during Mania 41 week.
Wasn't that the names of the AEW house shows when they were doing them?
It does sound familiar to me, The House Always Wins.
Or no, isn't that the House of Black? Yeah, it's House of Black.
Oh, yeah, it is House of Black. Yeah. MLW has announced its return to Chicago for MLW Azteca Lucha, which is MLW CML crossover. Oh, my God. And for all you TNA fans out there, TNA Wrestling has announced that a concert featuring Jeff Hardy is scheduled for Friday's tapings at the Crown Arena in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
God. Is that like part of his deal that, hey, you got to have me play my music?
So it went from charging in Philly like $30 to go see him grunt his way through misery, and now you're literally going to get held in place at a TNA taping.
Dude, what if they're just like lock the doors?
Right.
Everybody has to stay.
Now you can't leave.
Oh, lock the doors. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Just Matt and Reby Hardy standing at the doors with lead pipes.
I mean, I'd run away from that.
Yeah.
I would not. I'd run through that. Fuck them.
Let's see. No, I'm not going to mention that guy's name on here anymore again.
Boy. Yeah, boy.
He left professional. When he left AEW, I was so happy. I wish he just left professional wrestling altogether. You know who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Old purple hat guy.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Think about Paul London. More Paul London. Pro Wrestling Couple had a baby, and that's about it. Goldberg says wrestling Steve Mongo McMichael was awesome. Was it, Bill?
It was good for my eyes, that's for sure.
Was it, Bill? Was it? Myron Reed and Killer Kelly had a child.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Killer Kelly.
Oh, you see that? What just came across?
I sure did, yes.
All right. So we'll address that later.
Yeah.
But that's it for news.
All right.
That was more like Mario Brothers.
It sure was.
I tried to go for there.
All right.
When you go down the pipe.
Talk about wrestling we watched?
Yeah, I guess so. That's what we're here for, right?
I didn't watch a single second of anything WWE.
No?
No, because they're in Saudi Arabia. I don't watch those
it was all in Saudi?
Including Raw.
Oh, bummer.
Yep. So I was like, nah, I'm good.
No, I'm good. I don't do that shit.
See ya. Yeah. Was there anything WWE adjacent you need to talk about?
So because I told you before I want to bitch about this, I thank you for setting me up.
Lead you into that, man.
I wanted to watch NXT ECW Arena show.
Freak. Well, 2300 Arena show.
I'm sorry, you're right. No, you're absolutely correct. The 2300 Arena.
That's how it was advertised.
Yeah, that's how it should be advertised because it's definitely not the ECW.
It's not even
Arena.
New Alhambra.
I feel bad. Like I don't want to be a gatekeeper, but it's not ECW. It just can't be. It never will be. Stop doing it. But I was like, well, they're head to head. I didn't see ratings. Who gives a shit about ratings? And I was like,
NXT won.
Of course they did. That's a shame. But they look at the stars. All the stars are here. But
look how they shine for you.
I was like, well, let me see what they're doing. ECW, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I'll watch it on Peacock because they put their stuff up on the Peacock, and they haven't put their stuff up on the Peacock, but they had clips. So I watched clips. So I watched like 4 3-minute clips of the show.
Motherfucker.
And I feel like that's enough. And I'm going to play them all for you right now. It'd just be a clip. You wouldn't know what was happening. You would just know it was Bubba Ray Dudley because it was just farts in the ring. It was just 3 minutes of...
It's just your Booker T on commentary. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Sucky ducky. So I watched a couple clips, because listen, I love ECW. You love ECW. We all love ECW. ECW was incredibly formative to a certain level of wrestling fan.
Sweatshirt yesterday.
Yeah, super important. I never got to see ECW in its home arena, but I did get to see it in an arena near me.
Same.
Which counts. And it was pre-TNN. So,
arena.
Yeah, well, the NARM arena counts. But I'm done with the nostalgia. it's just, it's sad. It is probably the most diminishing returns in pro wrestling nostalgia that's left. Like, they constantly roll it out everywhere.
Yeah, it's just time to, like, and again, like you said, I love ECW.
I love it,
but
right.
Time to let it. It's bad. I feel like I mentioned on the show, 3 years ago. It's time to let it go.
The feeling isn't there.
No.
Watching, and again, I don't want to be gatekeeping, but like watching an NXT crowd of people who think that Cora Jade is a talented wrestler, you chant ECW, doesn't do it for me.
It's weird, dog.
You know, there were a couple people in the crowd, I think, that looked like could have existed when ECW did originally. Those tickets were expensive, which is also bullshit.
Yeah.
You should have.
Well, you didn't want to do the $650 meet and greet with Bully Ray?
No, was it in the men's bathroom next to the fucking ECW wall?
Where it should have been.
But like, so they had Bubba Ray Dudley, who has given the performance that he's given in everything he's been in the past 3 weeks. Terrible. Awful punches, blown up immediately, looks like a bag of shit.
Yeah.
You had Nunzio, who, again, multi-time light heavyweight, cruiserweight title holder in WWE. But, like, that's not ECW. Little Guido. They don't even have the balls to call him Little Guido. Yeah. I know why maybe you don't. Maybe you're worried if there's some sort of backlash. I don't know. You get Tony Pepper.
Because he was on WWE TV known as Nunzio.
Right. And to me, it's like if you're doing an ECW night, that's Little Guido. Yeah. You know, like, and Tony Mamaluke was there, and that's fine, looking like a car salesman. But like, that's Little Guido. It's not Nunzio. Rhino showed up. I'm always happy to see Rhino, but that's more, at this point, that's just a TNA connection. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like you're pulling Rhino out from nowhere.
He threatened to rip anybody's face off, shove it down the throat, and then make them shit their own face out.
He did not.
Fuck.
The lights went out. Robert Stone was cutting a promo, and the lights went out. And when they came back on, his back was turned. Rhino was in the ring. And he was like, because he's making fun of ECW in Philly, Robert Stone was, and he's like, what the hell was that? You degenerates in Philly can't even afford to pay your electric bill. And then when he turned around, he got gored. And Rhino looks great. Rhino could probably still have a match. Nunzio, Little Guido looked fine. Old, just D52.
Yeah, sure.
Tiny, even his tights were baggy on him. Like he's, but whatever. He's not a full-time wrestler anymore. He's a talented dude, but like, it's just not there.
Yeah, I mean, if we're being realistic, ECW died almost 15 years ago.
Right. Yeah. Longer than that, really.
Well, technically.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The final send-off should have been. But like, it's just like, so that they're there, and like Francine's in the crowd, looks great. Don Marie's there,
Actually, goddamn, what am I thinking?
Yeah.
20 years.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
Jesus Christ. I'm doing my fucking math.
Yeah,
I'm not a math guy.
That's
you
fine.
know this.
That's true. But like, then you get like Don Marie there, and then Devon comes out. So the end of the Bubba Ray thing, him and Trick, they're tagging up, and they give the was up to Ethan Page. But Ethan had promised there'd be no tables if Bubba Ray was going to be there. Oh, so he goes, Trick. And then Bubba counts to the crowd, 1, 2, 3, get the tables. And then he goes and like, there's no tables. And then the Dudley Boys music hits and Devon comes down the ramp with the table. And then they put the table up and that's that. Whatever. But it's just like, aside from that, there's no ECW presentation involved. Yeah. Really. You know what I mean? Like they're they're just.
What about their tremendous cold open?
Yeah.
Which was just an intro video with like the old ECW theme mixed with NXT clips.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
It's just so bizarre to me. And again, like, it's just such diminishing returns. Like, it doesn't feel the same. I'm glad these guys are getting paychecks. There's some sort of underhandedness, if you will. Like, they clearly want to keep Don Marie a little close to the vest these days.
Sure.
But, like, and these guys are getting paid. I hope they get paid well. Because ECW didn't make them any money. ECW probably was a net loss for all of these guys.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, just the nostalgia, it's just not there. Like, you're killing it. You are, every time this happens, you just drill it further and further into the dirt.
Yeah.
And like, they come out and they're like, oh, from the historic, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's not the same building.
It ain't though.
Like, it's hard to pick out where things were in that building. That's how remodeled it is.
Yeah.
So, like, it just ain't it.
It ain't.
I'm sorry if people go there and think it's it and, like, go into the bathroom and get your picture with the ECW wall. I saw that NXT people were signing that wall, which is blasphemous, but every fucking manner of asshole that has been in and out of that fucking bathroom has signed that wall. Sure. Wrestler and non-wrestler. But, like, you can stop.
Yeah, I agree.
Stop squeezing what you can out of this because it's just not.
Just go
there.
Watch the old shows,
right.
Enjoy them, and kind of let it go.
And like, there's also so many guys that maybe they're too problematic. I don't know. Like they're in Philly or at least close.
Yeah, where's the Blue Meanie?
Where's Meanie? Where's Sandman? Like I know Sabu's a problem. Like you don't want him shitting all over a fucking hotel room, but like. That dude, like, that's ECW. And, I know RVD's there, and RVD's fucking awesome. But, like, RVD's also a big WWE guy, and he's been in AEW. So, like, the, like, oh, wow, ECW nostalgia doesn't hit for me because it's always the same people. And every 3 years, they're 3 years fucking older. And it's like, I don't know that I want to watch these guys anymore. Yeah. I get paid, but I don't know that I want to do this anymore.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So it's tough. We did miss a little news bit, though, moving away from ECW. And I don't know all the details, and I know there have been conflicting reports back and forth. But Joe Sweet Brucey and Michael Hayes on leave.
That's right. They're on
a
leave,
totally planned leave. Both of them at the same time.
Sure.
Yeah. They're out. They both got in their cars, and they traveled down Freebird Road.
Sometimes Jimmy Jam came along.
Jimmy Jam may or may not be there. Brucey's definitely crying because that song just gets him so emotional, man.
Right, it does.
So maybe Brucey's taking in a karate tournament or something. Who knows?
Yeah, both on a leave. Same
That's
time.
Interesting. Interesting. Some reports saying it's planned. It was known. It was this, that, the other thing. But, I mean, Brucey himself said that they moved his office next to HR and they've been asking him a lot of questions. And then he goes on leave. That's interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
So after a particularly interesting podcast performance that he did, who knows?
Yeah, I don't think he's had a new show since.
Yeah.
That's a couple weeks ago already. So
who knows about Sweet Brucey?
Yeah,
but that's an interesting piece. So we'll monitor that as it happens.
Yes.
Because neither of those guys did any bad things behind the scenes in WWE and said things they shouldn't have said to people they shouldn't have said them to. So,
Yep.
Good boy.
I can't say one of my favorite quotes, but one of the quotes that really comes to mind.
Yep.
Michael Hayes talking to Mark Henry.
Michael Hayes did
one of the craziest things I've ever heard.
Michael Hayes is lucky he wasn't driven into the ground like a railroad spike.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Sometimes Jim came along.
But yeah, so that's it for NXT. It's just it ain't there. From what I saw, the little clips I saw, and I saw Zuzuvella's debut match also. Which
Zuzella?
Yeah, I don't know what her name is.
I don't know.
Zazia, Dr. Robin Zazio. I don't know. She looked fine. It was just a squisher, and she tried to be scary. But I just don't. I'm not watching the product enough, so I don't get. Obviously, I don't get a full picture of this thing.
Sure.
But
I did not watch a single.
No.
I know. It
still doesn't look like it's for me.
I turned on during a commercial break, and I saw Wesley walking to the ring, and I was just like, "Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
I don't need to watch this."
That's the thing. I can the only criticism I can lay at its feet is I know it's not for me. I can watch a 3-minute clip and be like, I know this isn't for me.
Yeah,
and I'm completely content with that.
Yeah,
but I did give them ECW clips, so I'm part of the problem, I guess. I did give them my time.
Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
That's right.
Shout out Taylor Swift.
Shout out T Swizzle.
All right.
T to the Swizz.
AEW.
Dude, hold on one second.
Oh boy.
Let me just talk about something Taylor Swift adjacent here really
Jason
quick.
Kelsey.
Yes, that's not wrestling related.
Jason Kelsey is wrestling related.
Oh, that's true.
Star of WrestleMania 40.
That is true.
Kelsey.
I respect the hell out of him coming on TV the next day and saying I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. I acted out of pocket. I lost control. And that's not, I should be better than that. But I also like that he didn't take no shit.
Yeah, dude.
Don't let people talk to you that way.
Nope.
No, you don't have to necessarily turn around and drop the slurs back at them.
No.
But I get the heat of the moment.
It's the fucking heat of the moment.
You know, and like you're making a point here. But him saying like, who's the now? And then spiking dude's fucking phone is incredible. People need to know that they can't talk to people that way. And also, this dude's very lucky he didn't get driven into the ground like a goddamn railroad spike.
As he should have. There was 2 instances of Philadelphia sports over the weekend of like beloved Philadelphia sports figures checking people.
Okay, what was the other one?
Joel Embiid.
Oh, okay, right.
Check that reporter for saying some shit about his dead brother and his son.
Right. Fantastic. Yeah. He didn't get physical with that guy, though. He just... Oh, did he?
Yeah, he got suspended 3 games because he shoved him.
Did he shove him? I thought he just like called him names and shit. Oh, he shoved him into a locker? That's good fucking nerd.
Yeah, that's to say that he shoved him.
Wow. All right.
He was just like, say whatever you want about me. Don't talk about my fucking family.
Right, absolutely. I agree with that, too. You need to have professional... As a journalist...
Same thing with Jason Kelsey. Say whatever you want about me. Don't talk about my fucking family. You need to have
professional decor as an employee, as a professional, as a journalist, as this person claims he was. You need to have professional decor also. You tried to get a reaction. You got a reaction you didn't like. That's your own damn fault.
Yeah. If I was there at State College when that Jason Kelsey stuff happened, I would have said, don't worry. I got this. I got this, Jason.
I got this cleaner.
Yeah, I got this cleaner. I got this Kelsey. And I would just fucking tackle the dude. Yeah. Because fuck that. I love you, Jason Kelsey. Thank you for the Super Bowl.
Also, third instance of people getting checked for doing shit they're not supposed to be doing. Saquon Barkley got a random drug test after that fucking leap. Random drug test. Oh, we've had this discussion, man. I ain't jealous.
I know.
I ain't jealous at all.
Makes me real happy.
Because super happy the dude's delivering and looking awesome. Because if he was still where he came from, he wouldn't have the opportunity. He'd get hit three yards in the backfield every time.
Yeah, he would.
So that's why you don't pay the guy, because you're not going to be able to use him. Stupid. I don't think you pay. I think you pay him over the other fucking dude. But I don't watch football anymore, so I watched a little bit of the game the other day, and I was like, we're good here. At least thanks for throwing a touchdown since the last time Patrick Mahomes won 2 Super Bowls. Patrick Mahomes, did you know this stat for real?
I sure did.
Danny Jones threw a touchdown
at home.
Patrick Mahomes won 2 Super Bowls, and then 6 weeks into the next season, Danny Jones, 8 weeks, whatever it is. They're 2-7, 9 weeks. Danny Jones threw a touchdown in home again. Yeah. How do you do that? I mean, he was also out with an injury for like most of a year.
Sure.
But it doesn't fucking matter. It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
What garbage organization.
That's a bad organization.
Top to bottom.
That's a bad.
Top to bottom. Horrible organization.
Yeah, they're bad.
And they're fucking Germany is getting the Giants, Panthers, just steaming shit in the middle of a field.
I usually wake up and watch these games, if I want to put a little opportunity on it.
Right.
I was like, you have to be a real sick motherfucker to wake up and watch that football game.
So they're both incompetent, though, that it might actually look like a decent game, because it'll be, like when the best 2 teams face each other, it's like, oh, you almost even each other out because you're so good on both sides. These guys are the dirt worst at everything. I
might wake up to watch Tyrone Tracy because he's on my fantasy team.
It's the 32nd ranked offense against the 32nd ranked defense. It's going to be great.
It's going to be so bad.
It's going to be great.
I'm out. I'll wake up, place my bets, and go back to bed.
Yeah. But anyway, what time does the game start?
9:30 in the morning.
What day? Sunday?
Sunday.
Maybe I'll be up.
What the fuck are you?
What channel is it on?
NFL Network.
I don't think I get that.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes Jimmy Jam came along.
It's true.
All right. WWE's done. NXT's done.
Yep.
I'm going to take a sip of my drink.
For the working man.
Keep sending these gimmicks they call bills.
All right. So
where are we going? AEW.
AEW Rampage.
How was Rampage?
Didn't watch it.
Me either.
All right. We're on a good streak.
All right. But you, sir,
yes,
went to Collision.
I sure did. Went to Collision in beautiful Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. So listen to At Odds with Wrestling for Joe's side of this story, and listen to us for the truth.
Oh, that's not true.
I know that's not true.
Joe's an honorable man.
Joe's a very honorable.
I love that.
One of the most honorable men I know.
It's fucking fact.
Absolutely.
So Mr. Joe and we made the trip down to beautiful Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Couldn't have asked for a better weather day. It was fucking gorgeous that day.
Scarily gorgeous.
Easy trip down, easy trip back. I don't know why people would freak out over Philadelphia trips. It just bothers me for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's a big, scary city. That's why I didn't go.
Yeah, had a great fucking time.
Good.
It was Halloween weekend on Temple campus. And got to see some good costumes.
Okay.
I agree with Joe in his favorite costume award winner in Wendy's next to the Weacore Center. A fine young lady dressed as
AJ Styles at the Performance Center.
Dressed as Lloyd Christmas from Dumb and Dumber.
Sure.
Just
is that the blue or the orange? Is
blue?
Is that Jim Carrey or Jeff Daniels?
Blue.
Okay.
And my second place runner up was the girl dressed as a sexy Ghostbuster.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ectoplasm.
So just like Dan Aykroyd, you can tell me Dan Aykroyd's not sexy. Ernie Hudson now.
Fine motherfucker.
That's right.
Yeah, so that was fun.
Wait, no, hold on. I know this is a wrestling podcast, so wind back though. I guess I can kind of picture sexy Lloyd Christmas because it's like a tuxedo. Mm-hmm. What's sexy Ghostbuster?
Like
it's just like tan hot pants and
like the coveralls, but without
shorts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good time.
Did you have a proton pack?
She did actually. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Did you have like the goggles or anything, or
none of the equipment? Not that I
remember. What a failure.
I don't know.
No, maybe some of the equipment.
Yeah, it's good times.
All right.
Good times had by all. Yeah, we were driving and I was looking around and I'm like, hey man, it's a Halloween weekend here.
Nice.
And he was like, oh.
So, again, I know this is a wrestling podcast and I'm very sorry. One Ghostbuster only?
Yeah, there was like
a solo Ghostbuster.
There was like a group of girls and they were all dressed up differently.
So you saw a solo Ghostbuster and just Dumb from Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah, no, Dumber.
That's dumb. That's a tandem costume.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
I'm not complaining.
You know what would be an interesting costume? Is to take the Dumb and Dumber suits and split it down the middle and do both at the same time. Like have half a long-haired wig blonde like Jeff Daniels.
Why not just do one at one?
Well, if you were doing it by yourself, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, because like you ever see like the people that do like the bridegroom and split down the middle? Do that, but with the two guys from Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, you like when people have things split down the middle, huh? Like Roddy Piper at WrestleMania?
Yeah, I have no problem. There's a problem with that?
Yes, there is actually.
Oh, it's because Andre swapped out the cream to get it off.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's the problem. I get it.
Remember when they made an action figure of it? That's terrifying.
What?
What are you doing with yourselves? But yeah, so we made the trip down to Collision.
That's Pony Atlas.
Yeah, so that was it was a good fucking time, man. Yeah, I'm getting thrown off track over here.
No problems. No good trip.
No, dude, easy trip.
How was the crowd?
Joe's a road dog, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Joe, again, thank you very much for everything. As always, appreciated.
You drove down?
Yes. Drove down the blue mobile.
Nice.
My Blue Beetle. Yeah, man, no.
People are going to think you drive a Volkswagen for saying that.
Number one, I don't. Actually, it was I just happened to get my oil changed last week too, so it just happened to work out.
One of those, yeah.
Man, easy trip in and out, like easy getting into the arena, not really a line because by the time we ate and stuff.
Well, the liquor center's so cool.
Yeah, it is. It's not a bad seat in the house. Mm-hmm. The lower bowl was pretty full.
There was some fans dressed as seats on TV.
There was, yes.
Up in the crowd.
Up in the higher up of the bowl.
Yeah,
there
up
was.
in the
Yeah, I don't know how many people were there. A couple thousand.
Sure.
Like 2 to 3 maybe.
I mean, sadly that's how they treat Collision. But this seemed to be a turnaround for it.
This was a fun show, dude.
I texted you and I was like, TK listens, I guess, because I yelled about this at him 2 weeks ago.
It was a fun fucking show.
Yeah.
If there's anything from the show you'd like to ask about how it was live, I could let you know. I don't know if you wrote anything down.
So, yeah, I mean, I took notes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because I didn't really take notes because I was there.
Yeah, so the entire division's out for the tag team celebration.
Yeah.
That was a fun little bit.
I'll tell you what, crowd was very into Private Party.
That's good. It sounded like it.
Yeah, they were very alive for that.
That's good.
They got the "You Deserve It" chants.
Yeah. I don't know that they deserve it, but I'm fine with them having the titles. You got to do a little bit more to deserve it. But and then we get the Acclaimed promo with giant hints that Caster is joining the Hurt Syndicate here.
Yeah.
Or at least a breakup. because Caster cuts off Bowens and does his tagline, like all that kind of stuff. So like that's some interesting things there. It's not the first time they've tried that with the Acclaimed, and it's just throw us off a scent.
Yeah, there's no daddy ass here with them either. Yeah. So who knows?
But yeah,
it's about time.
I agree. I like Bowens. We've been saying that forever. I think
Bowens is great.
Bowens is the better wrestler. I think Bowens has more of a promo that he can carry every week that won't get stale or controversial. Yeah. I don't know where you fit Bowens in a reliable singles program now, sadly.
I mean, he could feud with Caster for a while.
Yeah, right.
Join up with the baby faces, you know.
But Bowens is a talented dude. Like, there's a lot of cool matches that, because we've never really got to see him go. He's had a couple singles matches.
Yeah.
Tag matches, of course. But, like, put him in the ring with Buddy, you know, or, like, somebody that, like, can fucking go and see what he can do. That should be really cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Was it a fight without? No, it was a Day of the Dead death match or whatever it was.
Sure was.
Thunder Rosa versus Thunder Harley. Meow.
Yes, Thunder Harley, very over in Philadelphia.
Yeah. I heard there was one guy in the one section that was really trying to get her over.
Hey, listen, mission accomplished.
Yeah.
He got that arena rocking for Harley
all
Cameron.
right, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Match was fun.
Yeah.
You know, like the styrofoam cutout things are putting each other through. I was like, that's kind of lame. Yeah. Whatever. The main spot with Thunder running up the table, drop kicking the garbage
Looked
can.
great on TV.
Looked awesome.
Her beating the shit out of her when she's in the garbage can is a really good spot.
Crowd was very into that.
Harley is a player of the year potential here. Not in wins, but like
at one point I leaned over to Joe and I said, Harley Cameron, actually good?
Right. Like, you know? If not actually good, she'll get there. But like,
she's entertaining.
She's fully bought in.
Yeah,
which makes her good.
Yeah,
there's no hesitation. She's seemingly open to do anything. You know, like she's just ready to go and like seemingly really likes it.
Yeah.
So like that's just makes it all that much better. So this is cool. Rosa was like full body painted. Like I thought it was I thought when she first walked out, I was like, oh, it's like a black bodysuit. And then she moved a little bit.
Tribute to Crown Jewel.
And you were like, yeah. And then I was like, oh no, that's just like body paint. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of money in body paint.
Sure
there.
Is.
But I like Rosa. I think she's better in this kind of match.
I agree.
Than anything else. Not that she's bad otherwise. It's just like the plunder works.
She works better with plunder.
It just works better.
Yeah.
And she wins. She beats Harley, of course. Poor Thunder Harley. But Harley rules. Big fan.
Awesome.
We got Undisputed Kingdom promo, which is fine, whatever. I don't care. But the reason why I bring it up is because Murder Machine, was what I'm calling them, Cage and Archer come out. And Cage says, "Tell him, Hawk." I was like, "Yeah."
Listen, Brian Cage, like divorced dad beard.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Kind of into it.
Absolutely.
I like the look.
He is
turned into just like a plain black panties guy.
Yeah.
Too. Okay.
He's removing himself from looking like a My Little Pony.
Yeah.
And he's starting to look like a dude that you wouldn't fight.
I agree.
Because like I don't care how big you are, if you come at me looking like fucking Twiddle Thumbs, the pony. I used to know ponies' names, but I don't anymore.
Weird.
Michelle's best friend's kids were pony obsessed, so we used to buy them for Christmas all the time.
Sure.
And I know there was an apple one, but I don't remember what it is. An apple bomb? I don't remember. That sounds like a lawyer.
That is, isn't it? Apple bomb?
There was an apple one though.
What the fuck movie is that from?
I don't know.
That's from a movie. Go ahead.
But it's also from a song, isn't it?
I don't know. No, it's Apple Bottom.
No, well, Apple Bottom, but no, is that that's Apple Bottom is the
with the boots with the
no,
fur.
but is that the pony though?
I don't know.
No, there's like an Apple Mrs. Apple something or other song. Anyway, Kincannon is screaming.
I have no fucking idea.
That's fine. But I used to know the ponies, but he doesn't look like a pony anymore, so it works out. Now I wanna look up like what all this stuff is. The teacher song, that's not it.
I want to look up what all this stuff is.
All this stuff is. I'm totally sure too. All right. So the match that everyone was talking about out of this is up next. And I can tell you all about it. Like the sit out last ride, the Poison Rana thing to the floor and all that shit. But Commander versus Fletcher, what was that like live? Dude. Because like this is potential to be match of the week here. This was a big time cool match.
I mean, it's my match of the week. getting to be there live made it so much cool, dude.
It's incredible on TV.
Like Kyle Fletcher came out when he took the pants off and he's showing thighs. Now I was so happy.
Yep.
Joe immediately just goes, well, that looks like a young Randy Orton.
When he's doing the pose and he's doing the draping DDT.
I
mean, maybe watch our YouTube images for this week.
I just got to get on the chicken and rice now a little bit more. Well, yeah, dude, this match was fucking crazy. We both screamed when Kyle Fletcher booted Abrahantes in the face.
Yeah.
Immediately texted Jenna,
nice.
and I took a picture of Abrahantes, and I was like, fuck this guy. Jenna told me to jump the rail.
Nice.
Take out his knees.
The spot, and Fletcher does this, and I really like it. He does the double boots straight up to block a dive.
Dude, crowd went nuts for it.
It's incredible looking.
The crowd was nuts this whole match, dude. They
awesome.
multiple holy shit chants.
Yeah.
The arena was very alive during this. Kyle Fletcher looked fantastic.
Yeah.
I can't believe they gave as much as they did to Commander. Joe and I were both shocked.
Yeah, well, because they did the Rana out of the ring into the floor, where then he hits it on the floor. Like, just a lot of cool shit.
It was
going
awesome.
On. Yeah, really cool shit.
Yeah,
this
was definitely my U.S. match of the week.
Yeah, awesome
by far.
Yeah,
and again, being there, it made it so much better. That crowd was fucking electric during this.
Was there a big pop for Davis when he came out to make the save? Or do you think people are into Davis, or they don't really care?
I think people after last night are into Davis. Okay. I think that established him last night.
Yeah,
for sure.
He's cleared.
Yeah.
They said he's cleared.
Yeah, that established him last night.
Okay.
So
he's got to put a little bit of weight back on.
Yeah, we'll see what he looks like once he stops looking like a hobo.
Yeah, well, when he's not wearing Millhouse pants.
A zip-up hoodie and sweats. Yeah. Yeah, man, it was that was fucking fun to see live. I was very happy I was there for that.
That match was really, really fucking good. I mean, we've been heaping praise on Fletcher for a long time, and it ain't going anywhere. He's fucking good. He's gonna be around.
The girls sitting next to Joe and I were very into Kyle Fletcher.
What was she dressed as? Oh, they weren't in Halloween costumes.
Normals.
Oh,
normies.
Normals, regular.
But they were very into Kyle Fletcher.
As a wrestler or as
I think it would have from column A, would have from column B.
Did they swoon when the pantaloons came off and he was showing
If
thigh?
they did, I couldn't hear it over my swooning.
All right,
that's for sure.
That was the denim tightening on your pants that you heard that you couldn't hear anything over.
You could hear it stretch.
That's true.
Yeah.
How was the audio? So, the backstage stuff, were you able to hear it okay? Because usually there's some problems.
Fine. Yeah.
It's a good arena.
I know some people said they wished the entrance music was a little bit louder.
Okay. In person or on TV?
In person.
Okay.
Which I could see that. Yeah, maybe crank it a little bit, get a little liveliness going. But it was no production issues.
Somebody this week from AEW said that next year they're going to start with a more sport. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what it's for the in arena stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know if that means just kicking it over to an analyst desk or something.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means either.
Or are they going to bring their own screens?
Sideline reporter,
put more screens up or something.
You don't need screens.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what. I
don't know what the presentation's going to be. It could just be they're going to add something that they can put in the arena and it'll block off a whole bunch of seats, so they don't have to sell those seats if they don't want to.
Maybe.
We can't sell this section. We have a thing here.
Our ticker.
Yeah.
Or the AEW Jumbotron.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, the Contron's already there.
Yeah.
They don't use it while the matches are really happening.
No, they were. Yeah, they were using it on Saturday.
All right.
Yeah, I don't really know what the fuck that's supposed to mean, but sure, I guess.
Yeah.
See what happens with that.
So we got the reason why I asked is we got this Jungle Jack promo where it looks like he's praying or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, and then, that's where Garcia confronted him. Yeah,
and Jungle Boy's like, I know you because I was you. And I was like, he made you look like a bitch last week. You got nothing.
Yeah, nobody.
And now the Bucks are gone. That's another funny thing about AEW is the Bucks are gone. Does that happen here? No, that was last week. Right?
Yeah, that was last week.
Yeah, so but they came out and said they're not going to be on TV for a bunch of months, and the EVP takeover of AEW angle is over. And I'm like, did it ever really get started?
Yeah, it stumbled.
It was just
you did the attacking Tony Khan thing and nothing came from it. Yeah,
really fucking bizarre. Sean Smith and Joe Keys get squashed. by the Murder Machine.
Oh, yeah.
So that was the thing.
And then Undisputed Kingdom, was that when they ran out and... Yeah, that was very confusing.
Yeah.
Very weird. And then I forget what match it was. I think it might be Roddy later in the night.
Yeah.
I guess they kept showing like little MJF cut-ins during it or whatever. There was not that in the arena.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because Joe was getting asked about it. He's like, he looked at me and he said, "Did you remember seeing any MJF cut-ins?" I said, "I sure did."
Yeah. All right. AR Fox and Nick Wayne, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Stat promo. She's a much better thing on Dynamite. And then to make Collision feel like it's going to matter, the Death Riders arrive.
Yes.
They say the game with OC's already begun, and then can OC even make it to Full Gear? Action Andretti interrupts.
Yeah. So Mox was super over in Philadelphia.
Yeah, of course.
There were some guys behind us asking, like, when's Dean Ambrose coming out? I just wanted to be like, fucking who?
Yeah. Never. Yeah, his name is John Moxley
I don't know
now.
Who that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, he was very over. Treated like a baby face.
Yeah.
You know, when he's like, I know Philadelphia. I cut my teeth in this city. And people love him.
Here's the problem, is that Action Andretti ain't pulling cheers away.
Well, so then when
Moxley.
he talks about Yuta and like, this is your real Philadelphia hero, and Yuta's getting a chance, and then Action Andretti comes out,
but he's not here to chit chat.
And like, nobody gave a fuck. Even the people behind us, Action Andretti, he said something. He's like, "I am Philadelphia," and one of the dude goes, "Who gives a fuck?" Like, yeah. Just very poorly received.
Yeah.
Pac running out in his black panties was funny.
Always.
I was surprised, like, because normally you'll get Claudio, no Pac.
Yeah.
This time we got Pac, no Claudio, which was kind of weird. Pac, fucking demolishes them. And,
it's essentially a squash.
Yeah, and then I'll tell you what, OC had a good promo.
Yeah, go Birds.
Oh, dude, I screamed when he said that. I did the EAGLES chant, of course.
Because just so you could brag to people you know how to spell.
Yeah. And then where Kelly Green and it was so beautiful. Saquon and Kelly Green is what dreams are made of.
Back when I was much more into all that, when I took Michelle to an Eagles game, and she made me wear green so I didn't get killed, even though it wasn't Eagles Giants. I remember walking in the stadium and everyone was doing that chant, and I just kept yelling back, "Congratulations, you can spell a simple word." And she was like, "Be quiet."
Yeah, you'll die.
And I was like, all right.
Listen, if you get into something shit down in Philly, just hit them with a Go Birds and things get settled.
And don't ever throw a plastic water bottle on the field.
Bitch. Yeah.
That's right.
So, yeah, that promo was super old. Again, crowd loves Orange Cassidy. Good promo.
Whose couch did you sleep on? All that.
Who let you borrow gas money, all that shit. So
yeah, and then Mox slaps Wheeler, tells him to go get OC.
Yeah.
And he hesitates.
Well, because he has the chair, and then finally puts a chair, or he gets the chair ripped away, and OC just annihilated him. Yeah, that was fun.
Number one babyface in the company, Orange Cassidy.
Who'd have thunk?
It's fucking crazy. Absolutely crazy. We get a Malaki promo because he's gonna face Cole on Dynamite. Sorry, it's Malachi.
Dude, I was like, what are you talking about?
Malaki.
Okay, Hacky Malaki.
Hacky Malachi. We get the Fletcher Takeshita thing where they're like, we're going to enter the tag division.
Yeah, I was real mad about that. I don't want that.
Yeah.
No. Why?
I don't know.
Don't need it.
Yeah.
Love them. Don't need it.
Right. I mean, you have, it's supposed to be Takeshi's big push. He's got a singles title.
Yeah,
He's got
Fletcher's having a one-on-one feud.
Right. No, Takeshita has the number 2 title in the company right now, essentially.
Sure.
Kind of. Depending on how you rank them, depending on who's holding it at the time. And this is what you're doing. But I think it was just to get to this tag match for Dynamite, because Ricochet says he's going to have a mystery partner, which I assume was going to be Davis. We'll see what happens. I skipped Leo Rush versus Arya Daivari.
Hey, so did I.
Okay.
Cool. Arya Daivari came out with Marky and Leo Rush's music hit, and I said, you know what? I'm going to hit the merch stand. Yeah. Which was where I bought this beautiful shirt that I'm wearing.
It's wonderful.
This DC Comics AEW crossover.
Yep.
Has the 6 panels here. Various superstars.
Yep.
Yeah, I was very stoked when I saw it when we walked in. The merch game looks a lot better. There's a lot more variety.
That's awesome.
They had the Outrunners Meat Spin shirt, which I should have bought for you.
But it's cool because like that shirt has like all the top people on it.
Yeah, like, it's not like a crazy all-over print. Or it's a very simple shirt.
Very cool, yeah.
Just a simple DC logo, simple AEW logo, that's
right, with the 6 pillars of heaven. Of AEW heaven on it.
Sure.
I mean...
5 out of 6 ain't bad.
Close enough. Oh, yeah, I forgot that's who that is. That's fine.
I can't cover this properly.
She cut that one promo where she made fun of somebody for being a pillar, and she was better when she replaced herself or whatever it was. But anyway, we get the MXM promo.
Oh, dude.
Where the
crowd loved this.
Oh, yeah?
Loved it.
That's crazy because I thought it was flat as fuck.
Oh, they loved it,
okay. I thought MXM was gregreat. Johnny TV, I think, is flat as fuck.
Like, they didn't give a fuck about him until he got rolled away.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
And then when they, what the fuck is the big guy's name?
Mason.
Yeah, okay, I keep on just wanting
Mason Madden? Mason?
When he says something, he's like, we're known to give and receive.
Yeah.
The crowd giggled a lot.
Yeah, nice.
And then when Johnny got rolled away, crowd loved it. And they go, man, he sure knows how to make an exit. And they do like the fake elevator drop down. And the crowd was laughing so
that's awesome.
It.
Good.
Yeah.
Good, because I thought that it was a little flat, because like they say fashion saves more lives than doctors. And on TV, they did not broadcast. They did not come across how well the crowd liked it. That's good.
They loved it.
I like MXM. I like the gimmick. Mansoor's a perfectly fine wrestler. I think Mason is good.
Yeah. It was the crowd was very happy.
Yeah. With this that's awesome. Roddy Strong gets his first match in the March to MJF.
Shane Taylor.
And it's against Shane Taylor. And I have a giant problem with this match.
I will say, when I saw it was going to be against Shane Taylor, I was bummed. Mm-hmm. It was better than I thought it was going to be.
So, again, I'm not even saying it's a bad match. That's not my problem. My problem is that, like, because Adam Cole and Roddy are chasing the same thing here, I would draw the conclusion that the challenge of their matches seem to be the same, should be at the same level. And I'm like, man, the AEW really presents Buddy Matthews and Shane Taylor as being a similar level professional wrestler.
I could see that, yeah.
And like, they are. Like, sadly, AEW does show Buddy that way because Buddy is not used properly.
Yeah.
But God, Buddy is so much more fun to watch.
I'd watch. I like Buddy Matthews.
Yeah, I like Buddy a lot. And no matter whether he's doing Kenny Omega's or Seth Rollins' moveset.
I love his 205 Live run.
But I love them as tag teams in NXT.
Mustafa Ali is fucking amazing.
Right. But like Blake and Murphy in NXT was awesome.
Yep.
But yeah, I was just like, man, Shane Taylor, all right, I get it. Like, it's somebody Roddy can beat, but like, it's not the same level as Buddy to me. And then the main event of the evening, I'm sure you were super pumped about this. Mariah May versus Anna Jay.
So
for the title, because Anna Jay won the Eliminator.
This was probably the least lively the crowd was the whole night.
Yeah.
Like, during the collision portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like they didn't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't think... Here's the problem.
Yeah.
There's no question that Mariah May isn't going to win.
Right.
You know it's a foregone conclusion.
Absolutely.
And I think that takes people out of matches.
Absolutely.
That's the way I look at it personally.
Yes.
Through all of wrestling.
Yeah. I obviously appreciate them having a women's title match on the top of the card.
Agreed.
Because
it's necessary.
You can say, well, Fletcher Commander should be at the top of this card because it's going to be the better match. There's no title on the line.
Nothing.
If there's a title involved, it's got to be higher up on the card than a non-title match. That's just how it works. But the problem becomes...
Unless it's WrestleMania 18.
Well.
Should have been Hogan Rock main event.
And then the problem...
No matter what, Triple H tries to retcon on that.
Right.
Go ahead.
The problem being, like you said, we all know Anna Jay is not going to win. And that's a problem in the division. It's a problem in a lot of AEW. Some of the men's division's getting a little better at it, but the women, they still are struggling to create that intrigue. And it's because this Mariah run is so tied to Toni Storm. We know that's not she's not going to have a chance of losing that until she rematches with Toni and wins or loses that one and then can go on from there.
See, it was tough though, because the last pay-per-view, her and Willow, match was very good.
It was
People were very into it.
Right.
This match, though, like, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was just okay, you know?
Yeah.
Where's
Willow been?
I think she's hurt.
Is
she? She got hurt down in CMLL.
Oh, that's.
I think she wrestled one night, and then she might have got a concussion.
Bummer.
So I think she's just, healing up right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, just very.
Yeah.
It was weird. Like, I kind of noticed maybe, I don't know, Joe and I didn't really talk about it, but that seemed to be where the crowd just kind of lulled, and you don't want that during your main event.
No.
But, yeah, it was just, also it's getting late at that point. It's almost getting towards 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, and the finish, I thought the finish was cool, but there was no energy. It was flat. It was like everybody was done. The match was done. It didn't come out of anywhere special. It was just, okay, this is it. That's tough. It's definitely tough. But, I mean, has NJ gotten any better? I don't know. Maybe. If very small, very little, maybe more confident. I don't know. She's using Widow's Peak as a finish. She doesn't use it here, obviously, but, like, that is a better finish. But, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That stuff. Was there, before, there's Ring of Honor before?
There were 2 Ring of Honor matches before.
And then also after.
Fuck ton afterwards. Yeah. We hung around and watched a couple of them, and then we bounced. Okay. Just because it's like, okay, well, we have a 2-hour drive.
Right, yeah.
It's already, I don't want to be leaving that arena at midnight.
Right.
We both agreed, like, okay, we'll watch unless somebody comes out and we just don't really care about.
Right. Yeah.
And that happened. Yeah. I won't mention who. But we just looked at each other and said, all right, let's get the fuck out of here. So, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck Ring of Honor is.
Nobody does. Did Joe get any people shouting him out while he was walking around Philadelphia?
No, because you know what? We didn't really see lines or anything. Okay. The section that we sat in was definitely like friends and family. Yeah, sure. Sure. Which was on the hard cam side. So, which actually was like pretty decent amount of people over there, nice. But we didn't really mingle too much. It was just kind of like a. Yeah, we're just keeping it low key.
And you gotta leave early. You got that after you drop Joe off. You got that long ride home.
Oh yes, that painstakingly drive from Joe's house to my house. Right,
you got especially late at night. You might fall asleep. Yes, it's real tough.
All 20 seconds of the drive that it takes.
Should have made him walk home.
No, I would not. I felt bad because I went to Sheetz beforehand, and he texted me, and he was like, "I'm heading up to your house." And I was like, "Oh fuck, dude, I'll just come pick you up." And he's like, "I'm already at your house." It's like shit.
Well.
And then I felt bad because he bought 2 Reigns.
Oh.
He drank both Reigns. That wild man. He's a wild man.
Dropping 2 Reigns?
2. Whew. One on the way down, one on the way home. I had one on the way home.
All right.
But a little crazy motherfucker.
Oh, I gotta see if he's ever had an Inferno.
Did they not make that?
I don't know. I don't look him up.
I don't think he ever had a Reign because he's like, what are these flavors? And I was like, creamsicle. I'll tell you. Yeah. So.
Oh, all right.
But yeah, man,
I was in your belly.
If it was earlier, I would have been like, hey, dude, let's go to Insomnia Cookie.
Yeah, right.
But by the time we left after Ring of Honor, I mean, we got home probably, I'd say like 1:45.
Okay.
So not terrible.
Right.
But also like, hey, if I add more time onto the trip, we're just going to get home later.
Yeah.
And don't want to do that.
Michelle and I, when we were in New York a couple weeks back, after we ate pizza, we were walking to a dispensary, and there was an Insomnia Cookie on the way. And I was like, there's a fucking Insomnia Cookie. But then the dispensary sucked so bad, we left, and I completely forgot that we went past it, so we didn't get it.
Boo.
But so Michelle is yet to be on the inside of an Insomnia Cookie.
I want to go back.
Adore them.
I'd drive to Philly just for that.
I mean, I'll do it. I would.
Dude, I'll go get a cheesesteak and right after go get an Insomnia Cookie.
And come home. I'd have no problem doing that, honestly.
Let's go. What are we doing?
I don't know. Let's go
right now.
Time
they open till?
I don't know.
I think they close at a certain time.
No, they're open real late. They're definitely open till after midnight. So by the time we get
down there, it'll be like what?
A little after midnight?
Yeah. I mean, we could. We
can stop right now and go take a trip to Philly.
I kind of want to.
Going to Philly for cheesesteaks and cookies. We'll be back.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I kind of want to. Nah, that's all right. We'll save it. We'll save it. But we should do that.
That drive's easy. All right, that's the end of Collision. You got any more tales? Anything you want to air? Any secrets Joe told you want to air on air here?
That's for the
$200 Patreon.
That's for the 1-900 number.
Okay.
No, man. Just again, I'm happy to go see wrestling when it's in like a 2-hour radius, and I had fun. I had a ton of fun. So again, thank you, Joe.
Well, we got a little bit
very much
coming up the end of the.
Towards the end of the month.
So
they're doing another PA spot. So
they are.
We should be there.
And Xia Li is going to be a Bloodsport.
Told you, Dad, for full gear.
Dude, I'm tempted. It's at White Eagle Hall, which is the
is that ramen spot still open?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. The ramen spot's right there.
I could be talking.
White Eagle Hall is a cool spot.
Yeah.
I don't know how good the blood sport is going to be.
Yeah, it's a couple days before I leave for vacation.
It is.
I could be talking.
But like, there's one defining factor for me.
Does she do a meet and greet?
Yeah, I don't want to go to a blood sport just to go to a blood sport.
Yeah, if she's not doing.
If she's doing a meet and greet, I would 100%. Go.
I'd hold off. I think you'll be all right eventually.
Okay. I think she's gonna. I think we'll.
When she's at Steel Stacks next year, you'll be all right.
Listen, I'm not saying I'm beefing with LVAC in any way or Steel Stacks. There's no grudge here whatsoever. But if you want to make something up to me, you get Zia Lee.
Maybe she'll be on the December show.
Maybe. Listen, I don't know what her fee could possibly be.
Her versus
I
Erica
can tell you
Lee?
that it's worth it. I don't know. I don't know if Erica Lee can take the true shooter of NXT.
I don't know.
I think you do give me. Oh, I know what you do. You ask her to revive Spooky Zia Lee, and she joins the
Mantis
group. They're not the Neo Soul Temper anymore.
Nope.
Are they? Whatever they are.
Sure. Oh my God! Could you imagine? A rock.
Yeah.
All right.
Spooky Zia Lee all day. All right, Dynamite. Let's get to Dynamite. We've talked enough.
Oh my God! I just thought I deleted all my notes.
Oh. You good though?
Yeah.
All right, Dynamite. Let's talk.
All right. So Dynamite. We get the introduction of the Hurt Syndicate. They come out to some cool ass music. It sounds cool as shit. And they just say like, "Hey, you get one of these cards.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually going to be worth something. So take it into consideration." And they rule, dude. Swerve walks out all huffy puffy.
Mm-hmm. Ref's holding him back.
And he just goes, "Bobby."
Yeah. Shivani says on commentary. Shivani goes, AEW doesn't want Lashley's debut ruined like this.
Yeah, right. Okay. So yeah, Swerve Lashley of Full Gear.
I'm here for it.
Sign me up.
Do you think we get a Hurt Syndicate member added at the pay-per-view?
Oh, that was the chair.
That was.
I wouldn't yet.
Okay.
I would. Let these three ride for a little bit.
Yeah.
Just fuck people up.
It's funny enough, speaking of the Hurt Syndicate, last week at the beginning of the show, I used the Hurt Businesses song, and we got fucking def rebelled.
Oh, really?
I put it in YouTube, and usually, I saw other people had it up, so I knew we weren't going to get the takedown. They just you can't monetize. So I put it in the YouTube, and I just went to bed like I normally do, and wake up and it's up. And I woke up and it wasn't up, and it was because I had to check a button because of, and it was author Def Rebel, and I was like, fuck you, Def Rebel. We got Def Rebelled.
Fuck them. This led to what? Death Riders?
Yeah, the tag match.
I don't like their theme.
I didn't pay attention enough to it to hear it.
It just felt like very anticlimactic.
It's not, they're not using Mox's theme for it?
No, it's something different. I didn't love it. But them versus Orange Cassidy and Darby.
I completely bought into this like an idiot. Like when OC came out and he pops the top and he's like, come on, come up the ramp, come get me.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Darby's gonna be under the ring or whatever. And I was like, where's Darby? They're already up there. Where's Darby coming? And my brain was not like, no, Darby just jumps off everything he possibly can. And so when he jumped, I was like, fuck! I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah.
That he just jumped off something tall.
He's fucking nuts,
which he always does.
I love Darby.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, match was pretty decent, I thought.
Yeah, that was good.
Darby taking that post bump.
Crazy.
Was after the match? When the beatdown happens?
I guess
that's where Mox runs out and he's choking out OC.
Yeah. Darby fights everybody off, and then Claudio gets the advantage on him. Yeah.
Dude, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I wish Marina connected with that kick on Bryce a little better, because Bryce sold it like a maniac.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, speaking of Willow, she's hurt, you said, the concussion or whatever we think. I imagine they got to be chomping at the bit to do Willow Marina.
I would hope.
Right?
You would think that, naturally that's where this should go, right? Yeah. I agree with that.
So,
though I did enjoy that. The whole, what's her name? The Death Riders getting run off,
Yeah. Darby chases them off with the board.
Yeah.
Refs out, ring bell. And then OC gets jumped in the ring, and Mox, gives Wheeler that like puts him in the corner and he's like, you know, whatever. He hits the Busaiku, and then the conglomeration very late.
Takes their sweet ass time getting out there.
You think they would have their eye on what's going on with it, but commentary was like, well, they have a tag match next. They were getting ready for that.
Getting ready.
Blah blah blah, and that's fine. Whatever, I'll allow it, I guess.
So speaking of the tag matches, Conglomeration versus the Jericho Crew.
Yeah,
Fight Without Honor. What'd you think?
I mean, I think it's probably the best you can get out of Jericho in 2024.
Yeah,
I don't want to say that he looked great.
I don't even think it looked good.
I saw a lot of people like praising him. I think it was good for 2024 Jericho, but that's not really necessarily good.
That's not saying much.
But he did take beatings. He didn't, he took the J Driller really well.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he also
you said it last night. Poor Big Bill.
Like, I just want to see more from him. I just think there's something there. I think you can at least try. But like, and Ishii's having a bit of a problem getting people over for the Brain Buster, and I was like, okay, on the ropes, I understand that's tough.
Yeah,
Jericho, I think Jericho just wasn't much help at the end of that match.
Just a bag of shit.
But I will praise this. I said in the Discord when Ishii is up on the ropes trying to get Brian Keith up for the Brain Buster, and Jericho and Briscoe were on the other side, or was it?
Yeah.
And Jericho's in a move. They're waiting to do the double team move, and Jericho can see that Keith isn't quite getting over. Like, Jericho puts his arm out to steady them both, and I was like, that is a fucking veteran move.
Yeah, that was a good move.
Like, that's a dude who, because, like, I don't, maybe they yelled something, I don't know, but, like, that's a dude who looked at the situation, was like, oh, I can fix this without anybody noticing.
Yeah.
Like, that's where Jericho is useful. Jericho still is useful because of those situations. He knows how to fix all those kind of, you know what I mean? Like, it's an instinct.
Yeah.
It's again, much less dangerous, but like, same thing, like with the opposite side, when Jericho didn't get over on the Lion, Salt, and Hennig put his knees up, like, saved his fucking life. Like, it's the veterans that know those little things that can see a move and be like, oh, that's not going to get over. That's, he's not going to get over all the way with that, or he's struggling, or he needs to be here to be safe. That's something that, like, Jericho has knowledge of in spades.
Yeah.
But his in-ring work is woof.
Yeah, so that leads us to a question.
Oh, does it?
A question that I got from Doug.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
2 weeks in a row, he's going to lambaste me with a question without my knowledge.
It's true.
What a son of a bitch.
What a bitch of a son.
What a stupid bitch.
He's not stupid. He's a bitch.
I love you, Doug.
Doug, you're the best. Question for the show. Who has overstayed their time in wrestling the worst outside of Hogan?
That's what Hogan was going to be my answer. Hogan has outstayed his stay in life.
Yeah. For me, I think Ric Flair.
So wrestlers, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And have to be actively in the business.
Well, just who's overstayed their time in wrestling.
Okay.
So not even wrestlers.
Okay. All right. Flair's a great answer.
Flair is probably the top of my list.
Yeah.
After the WWE retirement and the TNA stuff just wasn't good. And,
yeah. Right.
We did get the Jay Lethal promo though, so that was fun. Mm-hmm. He's probably there. This run of Jericho really has been bad.
It's tough.
It needs to end.
Yeah.
It needs to just go away.
Yeah.
I mean, the only other obvious answer is probably Vince.
Vince is absolutely. Vince is like forced back on the thing. It never should have happened.
Yeah.
So
those are my three.
My initial thought when I asked like wrestler or not is Bischoff.
Yeah.
I think that obviously important to the business, but I don't think Bischoff ever has been a mind and a personality enough in wrestling to have survived still being considered an expert 25 years past his prime.
I agree with that.
And I know he buries AEW all the time and all that shit, but like, I just think that this is a dude that like should have faded away.
Yeah. Because
his usefulness and his knowledge is dried up. We got all that out of him. I can say a very similar thing about Jim Clarinet. But like the thing that keeps Jim around is that he's an encyclopedia of wrestling that no one else exists. And while he may be a garbage person and his fans are also garbage people for the most part. He still has, at least he has that, not like there's at least like, well, at least he could do this.
Sure.
You know, if we had a question about the George Hackenschmidt, he'll know when it happened.
Yeah.
But I just think Bischoff just is, he doesn't, his knowledge isn't even useful anymore in wrestling.
I agree with that.
But Vince is a huge one. You can also make the case for Undertaker. Like, I think we all would have been better off, even Undertaker himself. And I'm not approaching this from a political angle. I know that that's a hot button for everybody right now. But once the mystique of The Undertaker was lifted, he should have went away.
Yep.
For someone who's as protective of that as he was, for someone who is, you know, the business was better in my day, he should have took his shit-filled pants and went home and enjoyed his life outside of wrestling.
Yeah.
He doesn't need money. He doesn't need to be doing
he might be cash poor.
Maybe. If he's cash poor, he did a lot of shit. Well, divorce.
Might be cash poor.
He did a lot of shit real wrong.
Shout out to me, Marcus.
But yeah, I think those are the wrestlers. It's definitely Jericho, you know, Hogan, Flair. God damn it, Ric Flair.
Yeah, that's definitely bad.
But
all right, well, moving on.
Cody Rhodes. Oh, sorry.
Where
are we going? Who are we talking about?
Things that may be overstaying.
Okay.
Adam Cole.
100%, dude. 100%. Stand by my statements from last week.
Malachi Black.
Yeah. Stand by my statements. He should be on the Indies doing a match and then a meet and greet intermission and then going home.
This was very weird.
Yes. So weird that everybody's had to make a statement about it.
So yeah, listen, like I like Malachi Black.
Malachi too.
A Malachi Black guy.
Talented dude.
It's funny, like people talk about his AEW run, and I go, well, he was fucking dead after Cody had to get his win back.
Yeah.
When he came out and he laid out Cody and Arn Anderson, and then had that match on Dynamite where he beat the shit out of Cody.
Yep.
And won, and then a couple weeks later, Cody had to get the win back, and then nothing happened. I go, well, that was it.
Yep.
I go, he's been doing trios ever since.
Yeah. It's very funny to me.
Like, they didn't do anything with him.
Nothing.
That's why I even said in the Discord, I'm like, wow, I forgot about his theme song by Amon-Ra. Like, I haven't heard this in fucking ages now. Like,
it's very funny
weird
that Cody continues to lie about what leaving AEW was like.
Because
this week he was like, I think I was going to go back. I just wasn't sure. I didn't know what was there for me or whatever. Go
like,
fuck yourself.
Yeah, he's like, if you were to ask, I was in the pilot seat. If you asked Matt and Nick, they were. And then Tony was. Yeah.
For a dude that wanted to leave and like go where he felt he belonged, he sure as fuck can't keep AEW off his fucking lips.
Go be a superstar, pal.
Right? It's where you fucking belong. All those assholes.
Yeah, it's where you belong.
Him, Jade, they're all like, oh, I'm really sick of talking about AEW. You asked yourself the question.
Yeah.
You're the one who brings it up every time.
Yep.
You just, ugh.
But this was just very awkward.
Very weird.
The match isn't very good.
Cole kicks out of one of the most protected finishes on the planet.
What are we doing?
To no fanfare.
Adam Cole's the guy that's going to kick out of the fucking black mass.
Yeah.
Adam Cole.
Right. Insane.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
And I pointed out, this is 2 weeks in a row where the crowd's cheering Adam Cole's opponent over him.
Absolutely.
That's not good.
Even after the match, when Malachi was leaving, they were cheering for him. Awful. This does not work.
Nope.
Tony Khan feels he owes Adam Cole something, but
listen, he may be a sweet guy. That's all I've ever heard.
Sure
he's like a super nice dude.
Right. Nothing. I don't know him personally. I got nothing against him personally.
This is not working.
It's not. And
then he had like when he pulled his knee pad down, his knee wasn't spray tan. It was very awkward looking.
Also,
he's a shade of like a Simpsons character.
Is he selling the ankle, or is he actually still having a little bit of problem?
I think he's just selling it.
It's super weird, and I know it's this miracle that he came back.
I think he lost his foot.
Yeah. Let's start that rumor.
I think he lost his foot. That's there's nothing in there.
I think we very honestly, watching him wrestle, I'm like, I'm never the biggest Cole fan. You liked him, but not so much because he was short. But I've always hated his fucking finish. I hate his finish more now than ever. Every time he does it now, I'm like, your ankle's going to explode, you fucking idiot.
So there was a point in the match where he goes for it, and Malachi just kind of backdrops him.
Yeah.
But then Cole gets up and then just hits a normal destroyer on him. It's like, what are we doing? Like, who agented this match?
Right.
Like, this is just awkward.
It's funny to be like, oh, I never hated him, but I hate his finish and this and that, the other thing. But like he's NXT Adam Cole really was special and really brought some stuff as a heel. He's very talented.
He should be a heel.
But I genuinely think we have a bit of a Pillman situation here. I think that ankle's never going to be the same, and he doesn't quite know how to get it back. And I don't know he's ever going to.
He's lost his foot.
Foot's gone. Should enter a Royal Rumble. Yep. But yeah, so then he beats Malachi with a weird finish. Because like Malachi sits and Cole doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, he's just like sitting there, like, end me. Like, yeah. Come on, do it.
But like Cole even like takes too long contemplating that. So like it looked like even Cole, and maybe that was what it was supposed to be, but he's just not good at telling that story like visually of like, what are you doing? Like he wasn't so sure of it. But okay. Well, like I'm not intimidated by the scary goth guy who feels like he's beat and is like, I guess I'm beat. I'll let you beat me. It's a very weird thing to do in wrestling.
And like it's weird, like Adam Cole's going on this fucking hell run.
Yeah.
Through Buddy Matthews, now Malachi Black, and it's like, well, we're doing it because we respect Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Why?
And like you're not baby faces, so like why do you need any hugs afterwards? Yeah. Which is why everybody thought it was a send off. Everybody commented thinking he was leaving or whatever. Yeah. So then Brody had to come out about it, and Malachi himself put out a video about it.
And it was like, it's not going to be after some random match.
Yeah.
So which I was like, yeah, it's not.
Right.
I don't know.
Super weird.
It was just everything with Adam Cole right now just has a weirdness to it.
And then he cuts a promo. Who's ready for story time with Adam Cole? Baby. And then there's this, because I missed it when they announced it, and I thought Joe was lying when they said him Takeshita next week.
This is later in the show.
It's later in the show. But why is that a thing?
Why isn't it just Brody?
It's Brody. He can't beat Takeshita. If he beats Takeshita, they're done pushing Takeshita as a single star.
Why does this have to happen?
Why put Takeshita there unless Takeshita is going to walk through him?
There's no, like, why couldn't it have been like anybody else in that count? It could have been Lance Archer.
It could have been Archer.
It could have been Brian Cage.
Right, those two guys would look intimidating and it would be reasonable for him to beat.
Makes zero fucking sense.
So the only thing is that, and I continue thinking this is going to be the thing, because he says in this thing that like I'm at 2 and Roddy's only at 1 still or whatever. And I was like, okay, he's going to lose his third. Roddy's going to catch up. And then he said, oh, it'll be a 3-way dance at the pay-per-view. I don't think they're doing that. I think the match to get to Max is going to be Roddy versus Cole. The winner of that gets their third win, and they get to face Max.
It's not going
to be Roddy versus Max. That's not the story here.
No, it's not the story at all.
I don't think the 3-way is a story here either. Unless the only way the 3-way is a story here is if Roddy and the 2 idiots that are with him join Max.
Yep. And I think that's very likely to happen.
But what a weird... Just this whole thing is booked very fucking weird.
Yeah.
I don't know who picks the people. I don't know if this is all Tony Khan, if this is Max's input.
I don't need an end to their story.
No, I don't care. Not only do I not care, the matches aren't good. So I'm not interested. And you're going to bury guys I like for a guy like Adam Cole. And like I don't want to body shame anybody. I'm not Cody Rhodes. But like I don't support body shaming because like Cody Rhodes does. But like
it's weird.
It's weird.
It's just weird to watch.
He looks yellow.
Everything feels weird.
Right. Yeah.
Somebody said he should be like the fucking prototype for a guy with a t-shirt on right now. Yeah. Which, like, why?
It's tough stuffing into his shorts, into his shorties like Ric Flair did on the Final Nitro.
Skin
he looks
like what's happening?
He looks like one of the Simpsons characters in the award-winning film "This Ain't the Simpsons."
Yeah. I'm.
Yeah.
No thanks on this at this point.
I agree.
Next thing I have is the Switchblade Hanger Brawl.
Dude, the way Juice runs out of the back and snatches that chair.
Just with like a straight face. He's not screaming or anything. Just
snatch. He just runs, yoink. Is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for this match again at the pay-per-view. These two work well together.
They work really well together. I wish there was a stipulation or some sort of...
Yeah, it's just
like,
nothing.
It's just like, we're just another match, which is fine. It's going to rule. And Hanger is sort of caught in this sort of whirlwind of like mini feuds against history because like the him Swerve stuff was so good, but you can't put him anywhere else near Swerve at all.
Nope.
So like he's in this thing, but there's not a ton of meat on this bone outside of these guys being excellent workers.
Yeah.
So like I was like waiting for an escalation, and it's tough because like Hanger doesn't have friends, so like you can't get too much of the Bullet Club involved. Because Hanger doesn't have friends.
Yeah.
So, like, you can't build this out with tag matches and all that sort of stuff. So,
yeah.
But it'll be a good match.
Yeah. Next I have is Chris Statlander leaving the arena.
She gets kind of run over by a car by a lady driving a car who made an impression this week on social media.
Sure did. That's the last I'll speak about her.
Yep. But I like the bit. You know, I like that Stat smoked both of them in the segment.
That was awesome.
Like, there was no doubting that Stat beat the shit out of both of them in this fucking segment backstage.
Yeah.
So
I like, idiot fucking up and Mercedes yelling at her. Just going, you're like, are you stupid or are you dumb?
Right.
I don't know why I love when people say that. It just, I don't know, tickles my fancy.
All right.
Christian comes out to the ring.
Yes, with the patriarchy.
Yeah, and he tells Kip Sabian he's his favorite son.
Yep.
To which Nick Wayne looks very confused, and Mama Wayne looks very confused. And Hook comes out.
We haven't got any updates on Luchasaurus.
No.
That's scary.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because it's like there's no news, good news in this type of deal.
Right. Right. It's tough because...
Yeah.
Not to...
I got hoping the guy is doing
right.
well.
Nothing but the best for him. Like, I hope he's doing okay. But we've been in situations before where no news ended up being very bad news.
Sure. Yes.
So it is, and we don't know how similar any of this is.
That situation was also had no idea it was even going on.
Right. So it's very scary.
Yeah, I agree. Again, hope Luchasaurus is all right.
Yeah.
So Christian just goes mad fucking hard on the mic. He hasn't done one of these in a while. He hasn't. No. And I forgot how stinging they are.
Yeah.
When he said, I know you wish your father was dead.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about Taz being big fish in a small pond. Then when he got to the big stage, he shrunk and handed in his gear for a headset.
Mm-hmm.
What a line.
Yep.
Christian fucking rules.
Christian's awesome, man. It's funny that he has like the AEW Money in the Bank thing because he's gonna have that fucker for 2 years now.
Yeah.
Now that the storyline is what it is at the top of the card, he's gonna cash that in on the TNT title or something. Like they're gonna fuck him out of that some way because there ain't nothing. You ain't coming close to that fucking title right now.
Yeah.
So
so then earlier in the night,
Darby wins it and then he can challenge Darby. That would be storyline.
Program.
It makes sense.
There was a thing earlier in the night where after the Adam Cole promo where they'd show Max pacing in his little weird living room.
Yes.
And he makes a phone call and he says, like, do the job or some shit like that. So then they go backstage later in the night and Don Callis is getting interviewed.
Yeah, by Fathead Marvez.
Yeah, this guy approaches him and hands him an envelope. An envelope full of a lot of fucking cash.
Yep.
And a dynamite diamond ring.
Yes.
So obviously Max is paying Callis to take out Adam Cole.
Callis slides the ring on.
Which is why we're getting Takeshita now.
Yeah, it's super weird.
I just do, like, no.
That's the thing, like, you...
Oh, if Takeshita just fucking, like, I don't know, atomic drops him and his spine shoots up through his head.
The story needs to be that Takeshita smokes him, right?
Like, quick.
Yeah. It's got to be that. Because like, if you do Cage or Archer and Cole wins, then he's at his 3 wins, so the storyline for the pay-per-view is over.
Yeah, like if I have to see Adam Cole kick out of Takeshi's finisher, something's getting broken in my room that night.
Yes.
Like, I don't know what myself. It's going to break myself.
So, like, I think it has to be a thing where Callis does the job for him, right? And then that whatever can spin out after. But like, because I don't think they can even do a DQ finish. I don't know that there's anything that Max said specifically to go back and be like first person to 3 pins, or you know what I mean, like where they'd be like, "Oh, DQ doesn't count. DQ doesn't count." But
yeah, I just want this to be over.
Yeah. Or if like, what if like Roddy comes out and like hits Takeshita, so it gets DQ. Cole gets DQ'd, and then him and there you go. Yeah. So let me lay this out. I just did it in my brain. He's wrestling Takeshita. Maybe he doesn't have the advantage. I don't know if that. He's getting smoked by Takeshita. He's gonna get to his 3 wins. Roddy gets to his 2 on Collision this week. Probably he'll get his 2nd win.
Yeah.
And then this is Dynamite next week. Takeshita is either winning or Cole has the advantage, whichever one will work. And maybe Cole with the advantage will work, but I don't want to see that for poor Takeshita. And Roddy comes out, and like, because like the rest of the Callis family comes out, so Roddy and the United Kingdom or Undisputed Kingdom come out. They hit Takeshita. That gets Cole DQ'd. So Cole loses the match, and then Cole is like, why would you do that to me? I would have beat him. You just robbed me of my chance to wrestle Max. Shovey. It's me and you to see who faces Max at the pay-per-view.
I could see that.
Because you can. I don't even want you to put Takeshita in peril.
I know.
Against Cole.
I don't want him to take a 2 count.
Nope.
Like nothing.
Nothing. Cole's going to look like an itty bitty baby in that ring next to Takeshita.
Takeshita's a man-ass man.
Right. That's why if you wanted Cole to win this match, you do it with Cage or Archer.
Yep, 100%.
So,
how was Jamie Hayter Penelope Ford? I figure I remember them making their entrances and then Hayter hitting her finish. I don't remember anything else.
It was fine. Hayter hasn't found that fire yet. Again, I don't know if she's worried or if she's a little too afraid to go all out, or if she knows that her back is a problem.
Well, according to Meltzer, she's lost something.
She's in there, but no, I think she looks great. But I think she's trying to put it all back together. That was a long time off.
Here's the thing as well. Who has she worked?
Right, exactly. She hasn't. I was going to say that too.
Saraya,
she hasn't had any competition.
Penelope Ford.
Penelope. And the story here was like Penelope's big back return match because she was out for so long and blah blah blah. Yeah, I think that's right. I think she's been put in a marquee matchup, which is crazy because when she left, she was like the top woman in this fucking company.
She was the fucking champ.
She was awesome
and insanely over. Yep. When we got to see her win the belt at Full Gear, it was fucking awesome.
So I think that either she knows she can't do certain things because of her back, or she's nervous about doing certain things because of her back. I have a back injury. I know what I can and can't do, and how, the things that I have to sort of move in different ways and whatnot in my daily life. I'm not an athlete, of course. But yeah, I don't know. There's something. It was fine. It wasn't bad, but it's just nothing. I don't know. Penelope's not the right fucking opponent for any of this stuff.
Nope. We get a little video package. I think we're getting serious Okada back.
We get the Okada rehab package where they say
let's go.
The funniest thing is they're like, if he wins the Continental Classic, he ties Chono, and it's like, no, he doesn't. Chono's never won a Continental Classic.
Sure, what Chono enters?
That'd be amazing. He just all his matches are 30 seconds. He just does the shining Yakuza kick.
Yeah, it would be sick. Sign me up. I don't see a problem here. But Chono, he'll take one last run. Trust me.
Right, but if Okada does win the Continental Classic, which I don't think he will, but if he does win it, he will be the greatest tournament wrestler of all time. He can't right now because, as they incorrectly name him on commentary, it's not Mr. G1, Mr. August.
See,
Chono's Mr. August, everybody. Yeah. That means it's that because of the G1, but that's Mr. August.
Absolutely.
Chono is still. Listen, don't tell him I said this, but Okada's a better wrestler than Chono.
What?
But Chono has the stats, so Chono gets to remain the single best tournament wrestler of all time. Whether or not he was booking the company at the time, you shut your mouths.
I don't want to hear it.
But and I don't think Okada's going to win this Continental, but I think it's going to be in the finals. So, yeah, I hope we get. It's awesome. The Bucks are gone, and 2 weeks after the Bucks leave, they're like, "Serious Okada, let's go." Let's get him killing people in the Continental.
Fucking time.
Because we're going to get now when that starts, we're going to get an Okada match every week.
Yeah, it's the week after Full Gear. That's when it's.
Yeah, so they got to start announcing people soon, too.
Well, they'll probably announce it like the day after Full. Remember they ran that special? So I think it might have been the day of Dynamite. Maybe they announced everything.
It's interesting that they don't run like WWE does. And WWE does it on good. It doesn't always work. It's good or bad. But it's interesting that they don't run like Continental Classic qualifier matches.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
I know they'd be one-sided because it would be like Takeshita versus John Silver. Who's going to get it? Who's going to get it in the Continental Classic?
Yeah.
But it does give you matches and content. Because WWE does that with everything now.
Sure.
But
I'll give you that.
And content is king. I'm fine with them not doing it. I'm just like, oh, you think they would? Because it would give you, even if you didn't do it with everybody, you were like, sort of like New Japan did with the G1. They were like, listen, here's the G1. We have 2 open spots, and those are going to go to playoffs. And then that gives you a little bit of story going into it. And they still may. Who knows? There's still time. But That's going to be Continental Classic has the potential to be fucking killer.
Oh, I hope so.
Killer.
Main event.
Yes.
Kyle Fletcher and Konosuke Takeshita.
Yes, big take.
Going up against Ricochet and a mystery partner. Mm-hmm. Ricochet makes his entrance and says, there's a lot of people that don't like you guys.
Yeah.
Specifically a guy who his contract expired October 4th from the Callis family.
I gasped. Because I didn't think of this. I don't know that anybody thought of this guy.
It did not cross my mind at all.
I thought I was a genius when I said it was going to be Davis. Mm-mm. And then, the Ospreay thing makes sense because it's the main event, and, it could be Ospreay, blah, blah, blah.
Powerhouse.
When they said that, I was like, oh, my God, he's back.
Yeah, and he looks awesome.
He's got Lesnar traps. They're up to his fucking ears.
So fucking cool.
What was he? What was his injury?
It was a knee.
Was it a knee?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. God, he hurt it against Moxley.
Yeah. Right.
What a fucking animal.
I love that dude.
What an animal.
I love that dude.
Dude, I'll tell you what.
Look at that ham hock.
The thing I loved about this,
yeah,
Takeshita was dishing it out, and Hobbs was giving it right back with those forearms. Mm-hmm. Usually Takeshita, he overwhelms people. Nope.
Yeah.
Not Hobbs.
Yep.
Oh, my God. Dude, I thought this was a ton of fun.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm enjoying Ricochet's run. He's having a fun run.
Ricochet. So Ricochet is doing things I think he's a really big help to AEW right now because people are asking him questions and he's doing a really good job at answering them.
Yeah.
They were like, well, this, that. He goes, my WWE run was good because, but it was never mine because I had to do what they told me to do.
Yeah.
He's like, I come here and I get to have input and figure things out and wrestle these great guys. And he's like, I'm not on speed, or WWE speed, all that. He's not bearing the company, but he's answering questions the right way.
Yeah. And one of the things where he said, he goes, I felt like I was with the Braun Breakers, the Ilias. He goes, nothing against those guys, but they're just coming in. I've been up here for 5 years. I feel like I'm coming in all over again, and I don't want to do that.
Yes.
Which, credit to him. He's right.
Right. And you make a superstar by treating him like a superstar. They have since he's been on TV.
Yeah.
They put him in these meaningful positions. He looks good.
And like you said, he goes, this wasn't all about, money. He goes, this was about me feeling something inside, and he's like, I could still feel the little bit of that hunger, and I wasn't getting my chances there, so I had to take a chance.
Right.
And he's in main events all the time. Yep.
He became a key player in this company that is
quick,
very slowly, low key under our noses right now, getting their embarrassment of riches back.
Yeah, they are.
Because we're only a few weeks away from Kenny doing something in one way or the other. We know we're 2 months away from a big thing, but he's gonna show up. Yeah. So we're close to AEW coming back. And they've had a good back half of this year. And then they're going to get these guys back. There's some stuff going on.
Yeah. So again, the match was fun.
A lot of
fun. Ricochet and Hobbs get the win because Ricochet pins Takeshita, which was kind of wild. I thought.
Yep.
But again, hey, you're setting up. It's going to be those two at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, right.
Match for the
and Takeshi's going to beat him, which is why Take doesn't lose to Cole because he's not going to take the pinfall 2 weeks in a row. Please don't, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So after the match. This is where is it Archer and Cage run out first?
Yeah.
And they're beating down Ricochet. And then Mark Davis runs out and he makes a save.
Yep.
And then Cage and Archer get Davis down. They're holding him. And Fletcher's got the screwdriver.
Yep.
And fucking Ospreay's music hits.
The
fucking place goes nuts.
Yeah.
He runs out and just tackles Fletcher, starts beating the shit out of him.
Yeah.
What an awesome, 4 baby faces standing tall to end the show.
Crazy.
With Ricochet, Hobbs, Davis, and Ospreay. It looked fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It looked so cool. I was like, why is this not the team fighting John Moxley?
Eventually.
I hope.
Eventually. This is a long program.
The 4 of them looked awesome together. Yeah. Fletcher screaming from the ramp back into the ring,
Yeah.
It just looked cool, dude. It was like a fun, fuck yeah, baby faces,
For sure.
And everybody said, AEW's had a bit of a baby face problem. Not now. Look at those 4 guys standing in the ring right there.
Yeah.
They were all over, even Mark Davis. Like, people were into him when he's throwing his kicks and shit, you know? So, I thought it was a very, very good ending to that show last night.
They're starting to figure stuff out. So, you got those 4 guys, OC and Darby, which was a cool tag team to see. You got, seemingly, because he's facing Hangman, Switch and Juice.
Yeah, they're baby faces.
There's 10 guys. There's maybe a dozen baby faces that are top tier guys in this company.
Yeah.
And
had to do it. And your heels, don't forget about Swerve.
Right. Swerve. Right. Oh, yeah. And Swerve's baby face.
Yeah.
And then you get Hurt Syndicate coming in. Yeah. You've got Moxley's crew. You got the Callis family.
You got Hanger.
You've got Christian. There's a lot of cool people.
A lot of heavy hitters
at the top of this fucking thing. They can get the ball rolling.
I agree, dude.
And if you're gonna do stuff like you're doing, like Fletcher Commander and stuff like this, fun matches, nobody. I don't think you have an argument in being well, AEW sucks or AEW, they don't do this well, blah, blah. Of course they have problems. Every wrestling company has problems.
Course, yeah.
WWE has a shit ton of problems. But if you're I don't watch that stuff, it sucks, and you say that after watching Fletcher Commander, I think you can't get over your bias, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You're allowed to have it. You do whatever you want to do. You can be WWE head all you want.
Yeah.
But AEW is putting on some really great stuff. There's some stinkers.
Of course.
The cool stuff isn't lighting my world on fire.
Stuff's bad.
But that's fine. Every company has that. Some people will like it, but the top right now looking pretty good. And then if fucking Edge comes back, there's Then
even on the women's side, Mina Shirakawa's coming in.
Yep.
They teased her half graphic of the black and white last night with Tony coming back. So yeah, shit's cool, man.
Yep,
shit's cool.
Shit's cool.
Do you want to play a jingle per the text message, or do you just want to?
I mean, I can. It's not a question.
No.
But I'll play it just so that, so everybody knows what's going on.
And now the Tim Taylor question of the week.
Not a question, but it is of this week.
The Tim Taylor not question of the week.
It's the Tim Taylor statement of the week.
Yes. So Tim, said, my mind is in 50,000 places. No question for me this week. Just that I love you boys. I miss you. And I want to hear a lean 5 minutes on why Powerhouse Hobbs being back rules.
I mean, I think you already got that.
Yeah, you already got it, Tim.
The traps.
You too, bud.
Yeah, love you too, buddy.
Yeah.
I think everybody's mind's all over the place, pal. But,
it's been a week.
It has been. But Hobbs rules, we've on the show waited for Hobbs to have a breakout for a very long time.
Hobbs.
That dude, to me, has all the potential in the world. Babyface or heel. I don't know that he sustains babyface for very long. It'd be very.
I think he could be.
I think he could. I think he could. I think there's other places they could want to put him. Who knows? I saw somebody say he's going to join the Hurt Syndicate, and I was like, him and Bobby Lashley standing next to each other in the ring.
They're undefeated. You're never going to lose.
Right, all right, absolutely undefeated.
You can't beat these dudes.
Yeah, put them in shoulder pads.
Hashtag black excellence, brother.
Put the knee pads on their elbows.
Yeah.
And
don't get me started.
And we'll just. But yeah. So Hobbs.
Where's
Hobbs
my
rules.
Pearl River posse?
There you go.
God damn, I love Ahmed Jones.
But yeah, that Hobbs fucking rules.
Yep, I love Powerhouse Hobbs so much.
Completely surprised me. Didn't think he was going to come back. They kept that under wraps so well.
They did, yeah.
And then his music hit, and I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. Or not even his music hit. When he goes, this guy's contract is fine. I was like, fuck, it can only be one dude.
Yeah, so, I agree. So
pretty fucking rad.
Tim, we do hope to see you soon, pal.
Yeah, buddy.
Holidays coming up. Hopefully we'll
figure something out.
At some point.
We're probably going to be at Full Gear one way or another. Yeah. So. Not to kill all your hopes and dreams, but I don't know that we'll have it here at the compound. But
we'll see.
We'll see. We'll
anything can happen to the World Wrestling Federation.
The World Wrestling Federation.
So, all right.
Plus, you don't want to be up in the mountain in the winter. Trust me.
You don't. You want to go to Japan?
Let's go to Japan. We got a little bit to talk about.
All right, we are here. We are in Japan.
In Japan,
there's a pretty big New Japan show that happens.
Yeah, I think so.
New Japan's
pretty big for the fall
struggle.
Yeah.
How many matches did you watch?
One, a 2, a 3.
I watched 4.
Oh, look at you.
Look at me. I was actually the last 4 matches on the card that I watched.
I skipped one of them, but I don't remember what it was.
Okay. Well, did you watch the Junior Tag League Finals?
Absolutely.
Before that, did you watch the Kenny Omega promo?
I did not, but I saw it online.
Okay. Then did you see the backstage?
I did. Saw it online.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like what they're doing. Gabe Kidd's like, why are you here? He's like, you don't give a fuck about us. Mm-hmm. So I guess it's going to be Kenny versus Gabe at the Dome.
Kenny coming back to immediately get put on the injured list.
Gabe's going to kill him. Kenny, I love you, bud. Gabe's going to kill you.
Why would you want that to be your first match back? You're fucking crazy.
Because Kenny's a crazy person.
He's a crazy person.
That's why I like Kenny.
He's going to pull out the rest of his fucking intestines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't Kenny, he took like a shot at your boy, Philip, a little bit.
Whatever.
It's fine.
That's all right.
Whatever.
I'm used to that. We still...
he's still off TV because of Saudi and stuff.
Yeah. Which...
I'm sorry, hold on one second. Did Sami Zayn go to Saudi this year?
Sami's been going.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Yeah.
I know he like spoke in language and wore the thing or the kefir or whatever it's called, but okay.
Yeah. So you did watch the Junior?
I did. Yes.
Finals?
Yes. Everybody was talking about this match. How can I not fucking watch it?
Ichiban Sweet Boys versus Catch 22.
Yes, Catch 22.
So I liked one half of Catch 22.
Okay.
And it's certainly not the ass wang.
No.
Making his entrance holding a guitar now, like an electric guitar.
Oh, I skipped that. I went to the bell ring.
A dumb fuck. All right.
I thought TGP looked fine in this match, though. I think everybody looked really good in this match.
So this is the best tag match I've seen in New Japan in a very long time.
Very, very long time. Shocking that came out of the juniors division.
Yeah.
I agree.
I actually thought this was pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there was one misstep, though, that they made.
Okay.
Fujita should have got the pin.
Okay.
I think he should have been the one to win the match.
Yeah.
Didn't have to be Robbie Eagles.
Okay. I mean, Fujita is definitely the potential star. Robbie's been around for a while.
You can run that back, clips of him, as his career progresses, here he is winning the 2024 Junior Tag and getting the pin.
Good point. Yeah.
Looks great on tape, you know?
It was a out of nowhere roll up finish, which is nice. +3.
It should have been Fujita.
That's a very good point. I didn't think of that, but that's a very good point.
Yeah.
The thing about this match for me, and I'm not going to go into a ton of detail. I genuinely think you should watch this match if you haven't, even if you don't like little wrestlers. Or, we didn't watch much of this juniors tournament.
I watched
tag tournament.
a match. Yeah. You and I both watched a match of the whole tournament.
Right. It's not usually for us. I think on paper, looking back, it looks way better than the heavyweight. That heavyweight lineup looks awful.
Dude, it looks like trash.
It looks terrible.
Why the fuck is Sabre working it?
I don't know.
Why? I know he's teaming with him and Oiwa, but Okada didn't work no goddamn tag league.
Night, it just looks real bad.
Yeah.
Boy.
Again, I don't...
Bishamon's not in it?
No, Bishamon's not.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Maybe I'll watch the finals.
Yeah.
I usually watch the finals, but
people talk about it, for sure.
Other than that, this is definitely the dead time of New Japan.
I would have skipped this entirely, the juniors tag match, if everybody wasn't talking about it. Because then I had to look it up.
like the Ichiban Sweet.
I do too. I think Robbie Eagles is a hell of a wrestler.
Yeah.
And that's my buddy Fujita. Yeah. But in this match, again, go out and watch it because this has some of the most impeccable timing I've ever seen. You know it. I've said it on here all the time. One of my biggest problems with these kind of matches is that one guy is the guy who's taking the offense inevitably stands around for half a second before he gets a kick or a move or whatever. So there'll be a lot of setup for a kick, or he'll lean into a kick or run to a corner and have to stop and wait or any of that stuff. I don't think that happened once in this match. The timing in this is fucking incredible. It's fast paced. Everybody's where they needed to be when they needed to be there. It's in and out, fast paced switches and everything. Impeccable timing.
I agree.
Really, really great match. I was watching this going, this is crazy. Holy shit, this is crazy. Look at that thing. Yep. I can't believe they just did that. Yeah. Look at this pace. Look at this. And then the finish happened. I'm like, that's a crazy finish because the match could have kept going forever.
It goes 15 minutes. Yeah. It's not long at all.
And juniors shouldn't be. You need that fast pace.
Yep.
You need to set that tone, keep moving. That this is like for real about as perfect of a juniors tag match I think New Japan's had in a long time.
I really enjoyed it.
I really loved it. It was great.
I hated the post match. Did you watch the post match?
It was so much nonsense with everybody that I was just like, okay, I don't know what's going on here.
Because it's all set up for Wrestle Kingdom.
Right.
So here's my big pet peeve, and New Japan seems to do this. A team wins a tag league, but then another team comes in and says, yeah, well, we should win. We should be
right. We beat you.
Yeah, well, we beat you.
Right. Let them have a time to celebrate. Yeah.
And it's just like,
right.
Oh, so now at Wrestle Kingdom, it's a 4-way for the junior tag titles.
That stinks.
I hate that.
Even if you're going to have all these interruptions, do it in the backstage bit.
It's Ichiban Sweet Boys. It's
War
Catch
Dogs.
2-2.
Yeah.
It's Bull Club War Dogs, and it's the Intergalactic Jet Centers.
Yeah.
And
Who
I'm
are the champions.
Yeah. I'm just like, but like War Dogs, you didn't make the finals. So
and Catch 2-2 just lost the finals.
Yeah.
So they don't have a right to be in there.
Yeah.
Right.
It just reminds me of that time when I think it was Sonata and Evil won the tag league, and then when the fucking Young Bucks came out and they got no reactions. Why is everybody mad at us?
Right.
Like,
when it comes to Wrestle Kingdom.
Because you fucking idiots.
When it comes to Wrestle Kingdom, I think they want to put everybody on, as many people on the show.
And they do. And I understand that.
But like, it's not. I don't think it's the place for it here.
No.
I think it muddies up the importance of the match and how good the victory was for Ichiban Sweet Boys.
Yeah.
Because I don't think anybody expected Ichiban Sweet Boys to win this either. So like, that's cool. And like, and then the Kushida and Kevin Knight, like that, those guys one-on-one, like, could be really fucking good.
Yeah. Why not just let them have a straight up tag match?
Right, absolutely.
It does not need to be 4 teams.
And you can't tell me in the time leading up to Wrestle Kingdom, you can't find something else for War Dogs and something else for Catch 2-2 to do. Especially the weirdest one's Catch 2-2 because they just lost the finals. You have a right for a rematch.
Just lost the finals.
Vince booking this shit?
Yeah, it's such a pet peeve of mine.
Very weird. I agree. I'm on board with you there.
Did you watch the match for the junior title?
That's the match I skipped.
Okay, so you skipped Doki versus Master Wato.
I did.
All right.
Are you shocked? You watched this on purpose?
Yeah. I like Doki.
I like Doki just fine.
Listen, I want to see Mr. Master Wato. Okay. I'll tell you what. He looked good.
Yeah.
He wrestled with more of like an immediate pace and didn't look like a dumb fuck standing around.
That's good.
I'm actually surprised he lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they put a whole lot of weight behind him before he got hurt. New Japan.
He seemed like he was going to win the belt.
Yeah.
Like,
he won Super Juniors.
Yeah, he won Super Juniors, but lost to Despy.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, here's where he wins the belt.
Yeah.
Because then after the match, Despy comes out and he challenges Doki for Wrestle Kingdom.
Okay.
And I go, you could have had Watto versus Despy at Wrestle Kingdom. Maybe that might have made a little bit more sense.
Yeah. And like whether New Japan, listen, all the respect to New Japan in the world, they're the only people that think Master Wato has a high ceiling.
Again, he did look good.
That's good.
He looked good. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
The match was a ref stoppage, by the way, to the Doki Choki.
To the Doki Choki?
Yeah.
Nice. The Doki Choki.
But yeah, Despy comes out afterwards and he challenges Doki for the junior title at Wrestle Kingdom.
That's cool.
So that is official.
I'm down for that. Despy's coming back.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
I love Despy.
I'll never be mad when my favorite junior comes back.
Fuck no, dude.
I love that dude.
Global title.
I watched this.
Probably the most newsworthy thing coming out of this show, I think.
Okay.
Happens in this match.
All right. I have a bold statement about this match.
Okay, so
I have an incredibly bold statement. You're gonna think I'm fucking crazy when I tell you this statement. Even I think I'm crazy, but in the moment,
you like David Finlay.
I had a moment.
Champion David Finlay, the challenger Taichi.
Yes.
So David Finlay wins. I thought this was really good.
Me too.
I am on the train of Taichi needs to be in the main event scene.
So here's my crazy idea. Here's my crazy thought while I was watching this match.
Okay.
In the current New Japan roster,
yes,
there is no better wrestler than Dangerous T.
Dude, when he turns it on.
But the problem is his spirit meter is very short.
He's like a video game.
That's my exact comparison. When
playing Fireball
when Dangerous T comes out, I'm like, this dude's my favorite dude in the world.
Yeah.
When he hit that homicidal backdrop, the backdrop driver,
amazing.
I was like, I'm so fucking in. Yeah. I'm like, my notes is there's not a better wrestler on this roster when Taichi becomes Dangerous T. But that spirit meter is this fucking long. And he's got 3 minutes in a match of it, and then it's over. And he's still fine. He's still a good wrestler beyond that. But when he becomes like Quada's student, he's a different fucking wrestler.
He's a different wrestler. We've been saying it forever.
Different fucking wrestler.
Dude, when there was a part of the match where David Finlay like power bombs him into the corner, but Taichi hits like the bottom rope, like lands on his ass. Finlay turns around and charges to the corner. Taichi gets up and kicks him in the face. It was crazy looking.
Yep.
When he hits the axe bomber on Finlay, it looks awesome. That's why I was like, dude, he needs to be like...
Well, it's running the G1. Like, he just...
I can't, like, it is crazy. Like, see, you're not that crazy.
I'm not that crazy. I'm glad.
There with you.
I'm glad you're... For real, like, when he turns on that, like, in commentaries talking about Quada, and he's like, this is Quada's student, like, he's the best wrestler on this roster.
When he becomes Dangerous T, it's fucking done.
Nobody can stop him. Nobody can stop him. But it just has to be over within 3 minutes. It's just what it is.
So the big thing that happens during this match, Taichi has Taka Michinoku and Sonata down, seconding him to the ring.
Well, Sonata comes out later.
Yeah.
He comes out for support because Taichi looks like he might be losing.
Yeah, so Taichi has it won.
I was wearing my fucking...
Oh, no. Oh, no. So you see 1, 2, ref gets
after the Black Mephisto. Yep.
And the camera, dude, such good camera work.
Yep.
They pan over and it's just Sonata standing there. And the crowd is pissed.
Absolutely. I've had the same luck buying Giants jerseys.
Yeah, you have.
That I did buying that Just 5 Guys t-shirt. Because I bought that
you bought it, then they became Just 4 Guys. Now they became Just 5 Guys again. And now they're just
done. They're done. They're just guys. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Sonata joins the fucking War Dogs.
Sonata unzips the jacket and he's wearing a Bullet Club War Dog shirt.
Yep.
That was, like, the crowd was gasping.
Yeah.
I thought they put it off well, too, because Gato was kind of standing there where the ref got dragged out, and Sonata's just pointing at him like, oh, it was Gato. When Taichi's looking, he goes, oh, it was Gato.
Yeah.
And then the zip down, Taichi gets hit with the shillelagh, and that's it. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
It's an interesting spot for Sonata.
Oh, the crowd was red hot during it.
They were. It's crazy because, like, Sonata was recently IWGP champion. I mean, it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
So, like, it's like, oh man, like, becoming under Finlay in the Bullet Club is a weird spot for a former IWGP champion. And, like, it's not like he's like a 45-year-old, like, on his way out guy. But Sonata isn't. He works better as a heel. I don't know if he'll stay handsome Sonata or if like
Is he gonna grow the beard back?
The beard will come back or whatever.
Okay, maybe.
But I mean I like the dude, so
I thought it put an interest back into him. I thought. I think because it's the Just 5 Guys ran stale,
right?
You know, so
yeah.
Hey, let's switch it up. This is his third fucking stable he's been a part of now.
Yeah, and like he jumped
LIJ,
through
Just 5 Guys, and now War Dogs.
Yeah, which is so rare for Japan. Like they don't really flip around so much.
Yeah,
but
that is kind of wild.
Well, and like I know they're not completely affiliated, but technically Evil and Sonata are both in the Bullet Club now.
Ugh.
Because House of Torture is still Bullet Club, right? It's just like a separate group.
Loosely affiliated, I think, at this point. So then after the match, Finlay calls out Yota Tsuji.
Well, he beat the shit out of Taka.
Well, yeah.
Taka's in the tag lead, which is funny.
But he calls out Yota Tsuji.
Yep.
I didn't like when he's just like, get your fat ass out here. Like, all right, dude, Tsuji will, like, you stand side by side and I go, yeah, I'm picking Tsuji.
New Japan really treats Tsuji bad. Very weird.
Tsuji's got to win this.
Did he piss somebody off backstage?
He's going to win this at Wrestle Kingdom.
Did he fuck Gato's wife or something?
Maybe.
Yeah.
He's going to win the global title at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he has to. Like,
yeah.
You can't.
Well, and like,
keep doing
and the thing is like, this is like 2 Finlay matches in a row. We're giving him praise, which is not like this show at all.
Listen, I think it was not this past year, but the year before.
The year before, G1 was great. It was absolutely great.
He had good fucking matches.
Absolutely.
He really did.
Yeah.
It's there.
Mm-hmm.
Not always, though.
Not always.
But it's fucking there.
But yeah, I think Tsuji with the global is a good way to go.
Yeah. So, I mean, look at the stuff getting set up. You think, like, okay, Ichiban Sweet Boys are going to win the junior heavyweight belts.
I would assume.
Despi's going to win the junior title again.
I would assume.
Now Tsuji's going to win the global title.
Correct.
IWGP Heavyweight title.
Yes.
Zack Sabre Jr. versus Shingo Takagi.
So I'm chomping at the bit for this one because this is my favorite kind of Zack Sabre match.
I know it is.
It's a shit kicker versus Zack Sabre.
Yeah.
We've seen Shingo do it all the time. I love Shingo. I think still to this day, I think Ishii's the best Zack Sabre opponent for me. Mm-hmm. But Shingo's a close fucking second.
So he's right there.
He's right there. And yeah, I mean, you get a match that I think more people would be talking about if that juniors tag match wasn't as good as it was.
Yeah, so this is awesome. Zack Sabre Jr. wins. I thought it was a great title defense for him.
Yeah.
I agree. These two, they keep getting better every time they wrestle.
I was screaming at my TV. There's a part in this match, and Shingo's finish is always, I don't know the names of much, but I think it's Made in Japan, but it doesn't matter.
Out of the Last of the Dragon.
He has Sabre up for, I think, the Made in Japan, and Sabre just kicks him in the knee twice.
Dude, I have that in my notes. And I was
that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. And it was just 2 little kicks to the knee so he couldn't do the move.
I have it. Loved Last of the Dragon, but he couldn't cover it because his knee got kicked.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Awesome. I was just like, nobody's thought of these things before. Yep. Sabre just knows his awareness and his ability to process
tiny little
insane.
Fucking thing.
It's the littlest thing in the world. It is just 2 little quick kicks to the knee or whatever.
Yeah.
It's the smallest thing in the world. Yep. And I was on my couch screaming because I'm like, what a cool fucking idea that is. It's so smart.
That's funny because it's
so smart.
Fucking there with you. Yeah. I said the same fucking thing in my notes.
He does that for everybody. He has new counters every time. He has counters for moves. I don't know. Does he just sit and study tape and figure shit out? I have no idea. But the dude just always has a new counter for everybody's stuff.
Yep.
His stuff. He has his signature moves, obviously. But every person he wrestles has a different approach to. It's remarkable.
Yeah.
It really is. He's an insane person in that way. It's why he's so good to me. I still Ed, buddy, I love you. I just don't. How do you not have
Zack
the love?
Sabre Jr. is fucking incredible.
He's just incredible to watch. Yeah. Those little things in wrestling. There's so few people that have done things like that in that way.
I agree, dude. He is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then after the match, he gets confronted by Shooter Umino.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's going to be your main event.
That's the main event of Wrestle Kingdom. Sabre Shooter. People aren't so convinced that this is going to be good. People are like, the Shooter? People turned on Shooter a little bit.
I think it's going to be good.
It will be. I still
think
like
it
Shooter.
will be good.
Yeah.
How good? I don't know.
I mean, I think Shooter's got a chance to show up, and he ain't winning. But put on Shooter can go. I still like Shooter. I think Shooter can really go. So let's show it. Let's shut some people up there, kid. So
because I guess Shooter get off the pot with these guys.
Right.
It's been a little bit of Shooter get off the pot with these guys.
Right. You hyped up the
Zack ain't losing that fucking.
Zack's not losing that belt.
I would be shocked because they made a point of commentary to say he's looking to become the first non-Japanese wrestler to ever win the main event of WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's going to happen. He ain't going to lose that title. There's no way.
There's
no way,
man.
He doesn't lose that title until the summer of next year. If he's going to lose it,
that's kind of where I'm at with it too.
Summer.
Yeah, I agree with that.
When does Ricochet?
Oh yeah, so this is also after this match. After Shooter leaves.
Yeah.
Zack is still in the ring.
Shooter, right.
And then fucking Ricochet fucking jumps Zack Sabre Jr.
Mm-hmm.
What is happening?
Crazy, right?
And they're already saying, okay, it's going to be those two at Wrestle Dynasty.
Yeah, that's the match for Wrestle
Dynasty.
Dynasty.
Holy shit, man.
Yep, the next night. Yeah. Crazy.
Dude.
This is they 6 years, obviously, since they wrestled because Rick was in WWE for 5 years or whatever.
Dude.
Crazy that he was only in WWE for 5 years. Feels so much
NXT longer.
Oh, yeah, NXT, that's true.
But how fucking wild, right?
Yeah.
Ricochet's just fuck it, I'm just going to show up here in Japan,
right.
and I'm going to, he has that.
Yep.
He's doing the Takeshita feud right now, showing up at Maple Leaf Pro.
Mm-hmm.
This is what's,
right.
It's, I don't want to say it's far-fetched because, Ricochet's been down this road.
Yeah.
Of, I'm going to, work in different
promotions. These are rematches.
You know?
Yeah, right.
It's big for him,
yeah.
you know?
Well, that is the draw of AEW.
Yeah.
And while WWE may get Noah and do all this stuff and whatever, they're never going to let their guys do it like this. They're loosening up, obviously, Nakamura and all that sort of stuff, you know.
It's like they don't use Nakamura.
Right,
you
right.
know?
But they're never going to let guys like this be able to do this kind of stuff. And it's a split show. That's essentially Japan's Forbidden Door. It's AEW, CMLL, and New Japan.
Yeah.
So it is like
Stardom.
Yeah. So it's a
Ring of Honor.
But it's so it is sort of a Forbidden Door. So it is a co-promotion. So it's not like Ricochet's not AEW affiliated here. But that's the appeal, right? Is that you get to do these things and do cool wrestling shit. And as wrestling fans, I love it. And as a wrestler who's a wrestling fan like Ricochet is, this is a cool thing he gets to do, right?
Yeah. Cool. I get to go wrestle Zack Sabre Jr. in the fucking Tokyo Dome.
Right. Pretty cool.
Why wouldn't I want to do that?
Right. Pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
And that is not opportunities that WWE affords you. So it's pretty rad.
Yeah.
It's pretty, and not everybody's going to have those things. These kids coming out of college going to NXT, they don't have any interest in going to New Japan.
Sure.
But I think if their run is over, guys like the War Raiders would love to come out and go and get job at AEW and go to New Japan and just have a small little run again on the way out.
Yeah.
No, but
I can see him going back to Japan,
right?
Do some shit over there,
right. I think when WWE has finally had a fuck enough of them, the Good Brothers are absolutely going to have another brief run in New Japan.
I saw, I think it was Carl Anderson just had to have
shoulder surgery.
He's like, see you after Mania, guys. I was like, oh, of course, good for you, buddy.
Right.
The ultimate bag getters, dude.
Absolutely,
him and Gallows
stealing money for years.
That's why I'm like, what? I'm all right with these guys.
And some of these guys are locked down forever. But like a guy like Finn Balor, Japan would freak out if he showed back up.
All he has to do is show up for 1 or 2 matches. That's it.
Right. And somebody like Ricochet,
Taguchi's retirement.
He should. Somebody like Ricochet, who's still pretty young, he reached his ceiling in WWE. He's had WrestleMania matches.
There was nothing more. None more. He had a U.S. title run, but he was never going to be a world champ.
He should have got more, but he's never going to be world champ.
Yeah.
And AEW affords him that opportunity, and if they don't, it affords him the ability to go around the world and do cool shit.
Yep.
Like Ricochet going to Mexico and having cool fucking matches down there is a possibility.
Yeah.
Rev Pro is there's a lot of cool shit that he could be doing.
Yep.
And WWE's,
it's better for wrestling as a whole.
It is.
It really is.
So, and WWE just happened to attach their wagon to the worst Japanese promotion right now. So they were like, hey, look, we're in Japan with the boring promotion that everyone stopped fucking talking about.
Yeah, and we're only going to send over 2 NXT guys. We'll send AJ Styles for 1 match against Marufuji, but AJ's probably like, I ain't going back over there. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, right?
Man, it's pretty crazy with him showing up there.
It really is. And then Power Struggle is a really good show.
Yeah, the last matches. I'm telling you, the last 4, haven't seen a New Japan lineup like that in a while. Where the last 4, I went, okay, this felt like a really big New Japan show.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty rad.
Good for them.
Pretty rad.
So we already had your match for the U.S. of Fletcher. And
it's got. There ain't nothing better than that.
How about Japan?
That junior tag match.
Yeah, same. Yeah,
so good.
I agree. I think people should go and seek that out.
On any other day of the week, man, Sabre Shingo's great. It is great. But any other week, that's a home run. But
text Kevin Ford about that.
That you got to watch that juniors match. Everybody, you got to watch that juniors match. You really do.
It's awesome.
It's an impressive fucking match. And. Yeah, I mean TJP's in it, and so you know how good it is. Because
I'm not a TJP guy.
If we're telling you to watch TJP matches, that's just how fucking good it is.
I agree.
Because we are not ass-weighing guys in any capacity.
Not into the ass-weighing ever
at all. And this was really fucking good.
Yeah. What did you buy anything this week?
Did I buy anything this week? No.
Okay.
Nah, I don't think so.
I didn't either. All I bought was AEW DC comic shit.
Yeah.
So, got the old logo, baby.
That's awesome. That's the best DC logo there ever was.
This was the shirt Joe was wearing at AEW. It was just the logo.
Oh, he had just the bullet logo? Yeah. That's cool. I got to get me one of those.
So, I was giggling because I was reading the newest issue of Last Halloween today.
Yeah.
And they have the bullet logo on it, and it made me feel real happy. So, that made me happy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I had, pal.
That's it, man. I got nothing else.
No, I mean...
No questions, no nothing.
No, I don't know what's coming up. Taking it day by day, brother.
Day by day.
Step by step. Day by day.
Day by day.
That's about it.
Yeah. We're building the pay-per-views. We got,
Sure.
New Japan just had a big show, so they're not going to have a ton of
now
crazy
they're going to have
shit.
a long fucking break.
They're in the U.S. soon, right? That Massachusetts show's coming up.
I think it's going to be free for New Japan World subscribers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's actually this weekend, I believe.
Nice.
November 8th. Maybe?
Sick.
So,
Sick.
Fuck yeah, that makes me happy. All right. Fuck yeah.
But yeah, so we'll be back next week. Thanks for listening. This has been We Need Wrestling. You can find us online at weneedwrestling.com. You can find us on social media at We Need Wrestling on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and I started it this week on Blue Sky.
Remember that?
Which is
do we have a Threads? Is Threads a thing?
Well, that'll be with our Instagram. So yes, we do. But I don't know how to find my profile to tell you what it is. But it's We Need Wrestling.bsky.social. I guess that's how their shit works.
Do we have a link tree?
We don't.
We should make.
I should make a link tree.
Put everything.
Yeah,
there.
we just put the website. But that's good idea. I should make a link tree. That's smart. Good thinking.
Yeah.
Good thinking. So you can check all that out. Email the show at weneedwrestling@gmail. Questions, concerns, things you think we should watch, things you think we should talk about, any of that kind of shit. We're more than happy to do it. We're proud member of the Soon to Be Named Network at STBN Network on social media. Soon to Be Named Network.tumblr.com. Is that what it is? Soon to be named network.tumblr.com. Yes. That's everybody there. That's Final Wrestling Plays with Tim and Marcus. That's Out to Wrestling with Joe and Adam. It's Longbox Heroes with Joe and Todd. Also along with Heroes After Dark with Joe and Todd.
Oh, yeah.
Profane Argument, Puzzle Warriors 3. Our other show has one episode left if you're listening to this before Tuesday. The final episode of Wings on Wings. The finale, part 2 of the finale of Wings on Wings is going to drop on Tuesday. And that Joe's plugged us on his shows. Thank you so much for that, Joe.
Yeah.
But we teamed with a hot sauce maker, and we have our own hot sauce. It even has our faces on it.
Sure does.
Flow State sauces. We have Wings on Wings Terminal Heat hot sauce. And it is fucking hot. It's delicious.
Super tasty, but whew.
It is ghost peppers and Carolina Reapers, and then blueberry, maple, and garlic, and a couple other things. And it has heat, but also has a little bit of that sweetness, that blueberry. I'm not gonna, they will be for sale. We'll figure that out when the episode drops. But listen to Wings on Wings. If you want a kick-ass hot sauce, you can reach out to us.
Yes.
If you don't listen to Wings on Wings, that's fine. You can still have the hot sauce.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to spoil anything for Wings on Wings, but it's a kick-ass hot sauce. So if you're into that kind of thing, reach out.
Dude.
They're going to be around $10 plus shipping, we think. So, but yeah, I made the label. I'm proud of the label. So listen to Wings on Wings, and if not, you can hit us up here if you want one of those hot sauces, and we'll ship it out to you. So you can burn your mouth and then eventually also your butthole.
It sure did do
if
that.
If you're of that disposition, my butthole has been fine.
Not us all. Not all of us.
But that's it.
That's it.
I'm about to cough a whole bunch.
Yeah, you are. I can tell it's coming on.
I don't know why. So yeah, we'll be back next week. Thanks for listening. Take care of your homies. Take care of the people who need it. We ain't got nothing if we ain't got each other.
Yep.
And that's it. That's right now. That's the best we can do. So I love most of you. I hate very little of you. I care about almost all of you. So that's it.
I don't know where I fall in that bracket.
That's fine. But take care of the ones that need it.
If you're my people, you probably know you're my people already.
Right.
If you question it, then
look out for your homies.
Probably not. Yeah. I don't know. This week's been fucking weird. Be kind to each other. But I feel like that only gets so far at this point in life. I don't know. Worry about your day-to-day. Give yourself a break, please. Because you're going to drive yourself insane. And don't do that. Because most of these people aren't worth it. And they're not worth your time. Other than that, yeah. I don't know. If you need something or just want to chat, hit us up.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.
Knock it off, nerds!